the... That is the wrong screen. That is my live screen.
I see darkness.
That is also the wrong screen. Hang on. The floor is yours,
It has
Ash.
all gone wrong.
The floor is yours.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the wonderful world of Pokemon.
Oh no.
We have 4 starters: Poochyena, Stuffle, Poplio, and Ice Golem.
Yes.
Oh,
You're
God.
jesting with the Pokemon here.
Yeah, I am.
Thank God for that.
I was about to say, I was about to start opening up the RPG book, so I had got that ready in case.
Fuck's sake.
I had that from
but
when I was setting
you
up a
not hear-
Pokemon
did you
campaign
not
in the
hear
past.
Did you not hear the last starter that was Ice Golem?
Yeah.
Fuck me.
The party is on a boat. I have dropped you guys on the left side, which is the upper deck.
Mm-hmm.
This is, loose reference, just so you guys have something. The boat is fairly sparsely populated. These people had a delivery to make in this vicinity anyway, so they kind of let you ride for free as long as, you were cooperative and
Hello, Grimade.
carried your weight, etc.
Yep.
Isn't Paladin Day part of the crew?
No sound alerts.
If
just
he
so
would like
it
to
doesn't
be,
affect
though
the
I believe that
storytelling
there is
and
another
stuff.
pirate in the party as well, so which
Bloody
pirate crew he's a part of is his own business.
Wow.
Paladin can me if he wants.
But yeah, so a very expensive, rare artifact jewel was stolen from the nearby kingdom that you are en route to,
But you just did, Grim.
and it was stolen by some local banditry. Fairly straightforward stuff. And they're offering a fairly hefty and urgent reward for anyone who would like to assist them. As well as just this region in particular is over here. You may explore the ship as you wish. You'll be there in a few hours. It's a fairly skeleton crew otherwise.
Thank you for the lurk, Dragon. It's appreciated, man.
But I figured,
Hope
given
you're
the diversity of the party, they might want a chance to introduce themselves before they are doing anything.
Maybe not.
No one speaks.
Silence.
Silence.
Would anyone like to describe their characters or
Yeah.
anything?
Yeah, with Gorgor, what you see is a rather large and well-built orc, full orc. Stands around 6'4", and in my description, built like a brick shithouse. He's got long, scraggly hair, and it's like shaded in like different shades of white, but like not quite. He's donning what probably once was extremely fine silk robes, but because they look like they weren't big enough for him, so as he's put them on, and like the back's ripped and it's a bit tattered and raggy. The robes look like they were once reds and blues. You can also see a small feather-topped brimmed hat, and at his side a very fancy spellbook. That's about it.
Next round the table. Who's up?
I'm happy to go. I'm Gabriel. I'm a Warforged fighter. I'm dressed or clothed, shall I say, chainmail, in a very old tabard. I have a great sword on my back. I also have a shield, it looks very unused, but it's got some symbols of religious sect as such, but I don't know much about myself, my history. And I'm still trying to remember. I lost all my memory in battle. It took me a while to find out. My name is Gabriel, and remember it. And I just saw someone drop out.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Rose again?
Mm-hmm.
And that's me.
Passing on to Gabriel's 2 traveling companions of the religious sect.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh,
I didn't
there
get
you
that.
go.
No. Nice piece of Dan and Dave.
Danny Dave.
Dan and Paladin Dave. Don't forget the Paladin, that's important.
No, it's Dave.
It's Paladin Dave.
No, it's Dave.
No, it's Paladin Dave.
This is what I have to put up with. I do apologise, ladies and gentlemen. They just keep on like that. It used to be just Dave.
Fuck is
I love how
No, it used to be Pirate
Paladin.
Dave. Now it's Paladin Dave.
I love how Paladin Dave is. It seems like Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
Paladin
Dave.
Paladin Dave.
We need to just get on with it and introduce yourself to these people. This is ridiculous behaviour.
Yeah, my name is.
Paladin Dave.
I say my name is Dan. I'm a changing life cleric. I am mostly obviously covered with a black cloak, so no one can see my true identity. If that is my real identity.
Ooh.
And also have a large chest that I lug around,
Oh my.
as you'll soon see. Its purpose.
Mhm.
Okay.
I am Paladin Dave. I am also a cleric. I am a paladin. That'd be a good plot twist, though.
That sounds like a Liam right there. Just
Yeah.
like, oh yeah.
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 I hope chat's not expecting like a super serious adventure.
Yeah.
No.
It's fucked on the intro.
Yeah, but I am a Minotaur in armor.
Oh dear.
Is that it?
Dave. Yeah. That's important, you know.
Congrats, Rose. You are once again the most responsible party member despite your best efforts.
Well, on this note, I'll introduce my character. I am Lovey, a half-orc druid. So green-skinned, black hair, the whole shebang, wearing what seems to be a black dress and a cape. She's also lugging around a broom for some reason. That's pretty much it. That's Lovey.
And I am playing. I am Matthias. I am a very pale human that you can see. You see flashes every so often of two sharp teeth, giving away the fact that he is a Damphir. He is wearing a very bright yellow kind of jacket, which has kind of like these like green, like vine-like pattern into it. He has his hair up in a like a ponytail, and he is otherwise, unless otherwise bothered, he is currently lounging in the lifeboat here in the middle.
That sounds on brand.
So is that him?
Yes,
Okay.
I could not find an image that matched it as well, but hey, that was piratey looking.
I mean, Dampiers are typically generally humanoid, aside from their more
Yep.
fierce features.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yep. So I am human. So yes, human ancestry, as it were. So
Okay, you guys can probably see land from here. You're pretty close. Does anyone have any things they'd like to do on the boat before it arrives?
Look out for any
no?
potential customers / suckers.
I'm gonna need a perception check on that one.
Wrong bloody page.
I also need to check if there's any mirrors on this boat.
Oh.
the DM is the one for out of the gate with the sass.
Look, you guys showed up with these characters. I am allowed the sass.
Deception.
That is a very nice perception roll. You actually notice 4 suckers. They all appear to be in the water and ready for coercing.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
There is 1 sucker up here, 1 sucker down here, 1 sucker down here,
Shock bait.
No.
Haha.
And I will ping these for you in a second.
Is that the Haagen-Dazs?
You notice 4 suckers that look like they might be interested in that chest of yours along the side of the boat. Would you like to do anything with this information?
Them shine out. We've got company.
Where's the chest located?
I think it's next to him, isn't it?
Yeah.
Next to who?
This
There, this one, right, okay.
Next to Dan.
I will give you all a single move action the moment that you call out that there is trouble in the waters. 2 of the crewmates go down below deck to guard the cargo. The captain stays at the helm to keep the boat on course. And the court is yours.
I
Pull my sword and say, I will guard the captain to keep the boat on course. And walk over to here.
I will pull the hat that I have acquired a little bit further across my face.
I'll move my chest down below deck.
So you want to be at the stairs?
Is there any
Yeah.
like loose debris, like lumber that's maybe like from like a broken piece of like crate or something that I could just scoop a few of pieces up?
You do notice some very tubular, cylindrical, and sharp pieces of wood
Yeah, I will
located near the crossbow turrets.
I will go and grab those.
So,
I will take the ballista ammo and be prepared.
yeah.
Take the
Can we only
ballista ammo.
move our movement? Or can we move a bit further down movement?
You all have 1-ish move action before initiative gets rolled.
Ah.
So you can be wherever you'd like to be.
Well, I would also go by the captain to protect.
Yeah, I only put you on here loosely so you could position yourselves wherever you wanted as you were role-playing.
Okay.
So I will not quite so much, but I am just lay in the boat, just slip down just a little bit further, hidden. Well, I won't say hidden away, but resting.
I'll just grip my broom, I guess. What
Okay,
the
so
hell
we're
is going on?
Have hope. We're good.
You know, we were just travelling on a boat. What is going on?
That would be Dan.
What?
No, the other Dan.
Oh
That-
fuck!
The one who called out the...
No, that's gonna be a fucking problem.
Do it, do it,
Oh
This is-
fuck's
I
sake!
didn't think of this one.
You didn't think?
Right, we're going to leave cleric, Dan.
No, it's
Claire,
Dan.
no.
It's Dan.
It's done.
The amount of times you're gonna
Damn.
be talking in character, and I think you're talking to me. It's gonna be unreal.
It'd be funny. This. Looks like we've got some company, guys.
No.
Let's defend ourselves.
Hey.
Are you ready, Dave?
I'm ready, Dan. He's Paladin Dave, I remember.
I will say at a
more than
glance, you
Paladin,
can tell
Donovan.
that they're heavily armed, and they showed up basically the moment you arrived in the shallows.
Mhm.
As you approach shore,
Can we identify what race they are?
you may attempt.
I can
Oh.
help you too. I'm helping.
He's helping to remember.
Oh god. God,
Draw your weapons
Oh,
and
my
hurry up and
God.
defend yourselves.
if the
Rose,
shark
what were
was
you
in
laughing at my voice for?
I was just in trouble, got me.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry, it's Paladin Dan. Dave, I mean. Good boys. Oh my god, this is gonna be.
Come on,
disaster.
guys, come on. Serious voices now, serious.
No, that was
Ignore
that,
Dan.
no, that was Gorgor's voice.
Oh no, ignore Dan.
And that, and that was Sue.
Oh, okay.
Draw your weapons and defend yourselves.
Oh,
I have my weapon.
I have my weapon.
Oh
I have-
god.
Attempting to
Huh.
identify these will be history.
Or history one.
Or survive or nature check, I believe. I forget. Is it survival or is it nature? Whatever.
I'll go with history.
Yeah. History if you think you may have encountered them before.
Maybe not.
Nature if you want to just try and identify loose characteristics of them.
Oh, I did 3. I'm sorry.
The first
I'm
one is a
sorry,
23.
okay?
You're fine.
23
yes.
is fine. I don't know why the charisma save came in, but sure.
I was fucking trying to explain. I've been having technical difficulties today.
So that up went kaboom.
Yeah. Well, I need to hit you up after this, Liam, to help me figure out how to do it on Xbox. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
These are colloquially known as Shamble Sharks, and they're half shark, half humanoids that effectively chum the waters in search of precious cargo, loot, and valuables.
It's also Sharky.
They are sentient. Have a picture in general chat.
And for the sake of chat, I will show you
Sure.
guys. Ooh, my.
Ooh.
Oh my, that is grim. Look at that thing.
Like Paladin Dave on a bad night out.
Ooh.
It looks like the guy from Monsters Inc.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, oh god, yeah.
The gaff of Monsters Inc.
We need scarers.
We need you. No
Yeah,
worries,
and
Joel.
there seem
Thank
to
you,
be
man.
4 of them,
You stupidly
and-
appreciate it. I love you, dude.
Yes, everyone has moved. Throw me some initiative. Were there any further questions?
Oh god.
I know I
No.
kind of addressed the nature check. Did you need more than that? Because it is a high roll.
Shit.
What
Am I
do I
technically-
find out with my 4?
I was gonna say, am I
Fishy go
technically,
swim.
Fishy go swim.
am I technically counting as stealth here because I'm kind of just lay down at the bottom of the boat, or
You have cover.
Thank you, Joel, man. You always come in
If
and
you would
say
like
really
to
nice
stealth
shit.
while
It's
you stay there,
appreciated, man.
you may.
Oh, can you change my initiative roll to 18, please? It was the first one I got,
Yes.
but
Yes.
technical problems. Thank you.
You can edit
Oh,
yourself, Rose, I believe.
Yeah,
No, I
but I can
can't.
see why she
Come on.
doesn't want. You believe you are as stealth as possible.
of course.
Mm-hmm.
So you just kind of just lay in the middle, just lay kind of middle of the boat, just.
Fucking
then
Michael
I
plays a
get to
coward
throw.
for the second campaign. Brilliant.
That's me.
Motherfucker.
Those are going to be some high initiatives.
And some low ones as well.
Yeah.
Nobody can beat my 2 though.
Well, at least it's better than the Gloomstalker Ranger in the other game. level 4, roll initiative. What did you get? 31. The fuck?
Oh gosh, yeah, that would be a thing.
Yep. I just keep a space at the top of the initiative open for him. Just
All right.
Neko, I hope you're in
the
for
one on the bottom right
you're in
is
for a
going to
treat.
climb
like,
aboard
we're
the
playing
ship.
as some really chaotic and unusual characters. You're
Which
gonna
is
love
gonna
it.
be 5,
Who's Adam playing
10,
as?
15,
Adam
20,
is playing
25,
Dan,
charging the
the
nearest 2 people.
changeling cleric. Then you've got Paladin Dave, who's Liam.
And with
Lovey,
his
who's Rose. Gabriel, who's Carl. And
meaty
Matthias,
claw,
who's
he's
Michael.
going to swing at Gorgor, and then he's going to attempt to bite at Lovey.
Alright. So the first one's against me.
Yes. Claw swipe against you with 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Jesus.
well, the 2 mages are down.
6 points of damage, okay. Fine.
And then the bite attack in the direction of Lovey. 12 versus AC.
15 AC.
Cool beans. You're good.
Me and you have the same AC.
Yeah, wizard, druid.
The second one climbs aboard the ship and is going to attempt to move here to just let's pin you both down. No
Oh, dear.
attack, but it is going to attempt to intimidate.
No, okay.
What did that mean?
Gonna
What
try and
do?
scare you.
It's going to intimidate. He's going to be angry.
It's very angry, you can tell by its very cute, like, cheetah-esque roars.
Really? What
Yeah.
sound does the shark make?
I don't think
This
they
one
do.
sounds like a cheetah.
I don't think.
They're
legitimate sharks
underwater.
Yeah, that was...
No, they make dana, dana.
I mean,
That's
just
all
starts...
I think sharks out of water just make gasping noises.
Oh, that poor shark.
Yeah, he tries to roar and he's still got, like, water in his gills from, like, being underwater and
I'm
having
glad you
just
like
surfaced,
name
and he
Lewis.
just kind of, like,
Gorgor,
sputters in your
the
direction.
Orc wizard is alive and well.
Oh dear.
Nice.
Angrily backspits at you.
And Puffy on deck.
Also, the party doesn't know this, but
I'm so sorry,
Gorgor
I've
has
been
an
laughing too
intelligence of
much
6.
from everything. So
You heard that
Robbie
right,
is going
6.
to
Just 6.
with her bonus action, like, imbibe her power into her broom and cast Shillelagh. And then I'm going to hit the one in front of me with my broom, just like proper whacking one, if I can.
Which is in front.
The one on top.
Okay.
Shillelagh broom.
Broom quote go thwack.
Ooh,
That
I
is-
don't know why I'm rolling with advantage.
I mean, you didn't. You just rolled a 20.
He's like, do you want this one or you don't want this one?
I'm rolling
Yeah,
several
that
times.
is a hit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
Okay.
just literally like swing it round and proper like with the head of the broom, just batter him across the face, twigs everywhere.
Show me damage.
6 points of damage,
Okay.
and it is magical if that helps at all.
Hello, Junk. How you doing, man?
That is mentally noted.
And that's it. It's my turn.
Mr. Pirate Captain.
Gonna look up over the top of the. I hear everything going on. Kind of pull the hat off. Kind of look out. See the sharks kind of attacking. So. Okay. Yeah, I get up and throw a dagger at the lower shark.
Boop.
I have advantage, I believe.
Yes, you do.
Dagger.
That is a hit. That is a lot of damage.
Uh huh. 13 points of damage.
Your dagger just sinks into his mouth
Sorry,
and
Junk,
it
I
just
said
looks
hello
like an
to you too
upside down
early.
tooth at this
Hello,
point.
man. I hope you're doing really well, yeah.
Okie dokie. How bad's he looking?
You're coming in to see Gorgor.
He
the
is
Orc
pretty roughed
wizard,
up.
who's
He
amazing.
did not like that. That dagger is just going through the roof of his mouth like a fish hook.
Was that
Mhm.
this one here? That you just
This
hit?
one.
Ah, okay.
Uh huh. And then I will.
You'll have to let me know if I've. Oh, hang on. I've made them
Go
loaded,
back
not
down
me.
in-
Quiet.
flop
Give
back
me a
down
sec.
into the boat.
You'll have to let me know if that's any better, dude.
Go for it.
Just basically just kind of just come up from behind this guy. Yeah.
Yeah, that should be about right now.
And
Yeah, he's just left looking around trying to figure out where that dagger came from, assuming it came from, up here maybe.
Mhm.
You believe you're hidden.
Yep.
Mr. Beep Boop.
Mr. Beep Boop. Nice.
I'm gonna hold my action until I say another one come on this side,
Alright.
and then I'll beat the hell out of it.
Dot
trying to
Chaos
intercept
715.
and- okay.
Thank you for the follow.
Correct.
Your name is apt because
Speaking of,
this campaign's going to be chaotic as fuck and it's going to be brilliant. I hope you are
the
ready.
one up here is going to climb aboard and try its best to make a beeline for the stairs. Which is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It can make it exactly to you.
Ooh.
No.
And-
I can respond to that.
All right, is that the one you'd like to respond to?
Not yet. I'm waiting for the other one.
Okay. And yeah, he is just going to try and swipe at you with one hand and then bite you while you're distracted from the other side. Which is gonna
Just
be
to explain to Doc, I'm playing Gorgor,
16 versus AC.
and Allagan is kindly being our DM for
21
the
versus
evening,
AC.
and you'll kind of get understanding who is who later on. But I'm sure we'll do introductions again.
Take 9 damage. Piercing if it matters. Other one moves up. Are you hitting him the moment he's on deck or the moment he's
Yeah,
on
I'm gonna hit him straight away. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Go for it. Ballista's a little difficult terrain, but you still have movement left over.
You
Yeah.
can't move and attack on the same thing.
Can I?
No, you hold
you
your
hold your
action to
action-
move or
yeah.
attack.
Yeah,
Oh, right, okay. I'll charge up to distract him
because
then
your
from
movement
attacking anyone else.
essentially is treated like a dash action, because you can only hold
Okay.
the action. Yeah.
Alright, that's fine. I'll look at him intensely and go, "Don't you dare."
Okay. Did Friday not have the charge action? That's interesting.
No, there's no charge action or anything.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I think
can
it's
add it.
built into some. If a unit moved X feet this turn, it can or whatever.
I mean, you can if you can add it if you want.
No, it's fine. I was just brain not used to.
Yep.
Yeah.
See.
Okay. You do at least intercept him at the very least by being next to him. He doesn't want to keep moving.
Exactly. At least I've succeeded in something.
He is going to attempt to try and jab at you with his spear.
Okay.
Which,
I have a reaction called opportunity attack.
Is that when
yes,
they
everyone
miss?
has that.
I know, so I want to try and hurt him.
You've already used your reaction.
I know, but I'm trying everything to kill a shark. Leave me alone.
Okay.
And then his other hand is going to come in and try and swipe at you, which I believe ties your AC.
Yeah, it does.
Ties go to players. Home roll. You're fine.
Okay.
Okay.
It is a math preferential in my head. Math ties just always go to players in either direction.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's like a 5% buff in players favor 50% of the time. I'm just like, yeah, no, that's
Nice.
fine.
Nice.
Either way, you're good. Moving on to Gorgor.
You know this one here that's been hit. Does he look like super hurt, or is he just damaged?
He is super roughed up.
Okay then.
He's got a dagger going through almost his brain at this point.
Well, I'm gonna pull a piece of fabric out my pocket and wrap it round the palm of my hand and covering the knuckles, and I'm gonna mumble an incantation, and I'm gonna cast sleep as knuckles connect with jaw. I'm gonna recklessly attack. So does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Okay, and because I've got and because I have the tavern brawler feat, it's a 1d4 for an arm stroke. 7 points
So
of damage.
When he says cast sleep, he means punch him in the face.
Yes.
Oh no, for me.
He's knocking him unconscious.
Oh, is he gone?
Yeah, he got like a hit point left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he is unconscious, assuming that's intended to be non-lethal.
Well, I mean, no, like perma sleep, please.
Oh,
Can I?
that's not very
What I'll
nice.
do, I'll punch the dagger, and like that'll go further in and do.
Oh,
Okay.
That's a lot of sleep.
Anything further?
That really hurt. You, the small one. I got this one. And just like get ready to punch the other one. No
All
worries,
right,
Doc. It's a
Paladin Dan
pleasure,
and
man.
Paladin Dave, you're on deck.
Like I said, thank you for the follow.
Okay.
Thank you for coming by. However you found me, it's appreciated.
Blue Paladin now.
You've been promoted. Congratulations.
I am.
Yeah.
Field promotion.
I
Captains
I-
can do that.
Yeah, but no, I think it may be apt to point out that I'm playing a muscle wizard.
yeah, I gathered.
Intending to play since no subclass yet.
Yeah.
You mentioned it like, several times.
Anyone need any healing?
Just the class.
Yeah, it's because
You
someone was it
and
before.
you and the half-orc lady.
Yeah.
The half orc lady.
She got a bit of a smash.
Oh no, I didn't. I haven't been hit. I'm quite fine.
Wait, wait, what?
Oh no,
Gorgor
no,
took
it's
the hit.
It's the wizard. Yeah.
Ah, the wizard.
Just a business.
Yeah, just me.
The wizard needs healing.
It's the wizard.
I mean,
It's the wizard.
The wizard's barely took a scratch.
The wizard does not need healing then.
The wonderful wizard.
I took 6 damage. Like, it's not that much.
I mean, that's like a full
Look at
hit
your
dice
hit points right now. We are level
Does Dan
2.
need healing?
I got 30
Yeah.
hit points. I'm okay.
You on what?
Wait,
Got
what?
30 hit points.
12, 24 con mod.
I've only got 24.
Barbarians are D12.
Okay, I'm going to cast Cure
Oh,
Wounds
yeah.
on myself.
The Muscle Wizard subclass is in the Barbarian class.
So
Put the
that's...
thing in capital wizard. I was like, oh, that's really interesting. Oh, wizard.
He cannot be polite to me. He is a barbarian.
That's a barbarian.
Nice.
10 healing.
I mean, wait until they find out.
Oh my god, is this payback for Dahlia, Danny? When I convinced you that she was a warlock for 3 sessions.
No.
Oh, you little shit.
No,
think he
it's
just saw
not!
I think Dan just saw Neko play it. And really
Yeah,
liked it.
Neko played it and I fucking loved it. It was great.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm just going to the defensive stance and like, try again, you bitch.
You
And
just
you
like, oh, come
healed
on, bite
yourself,
me.
I believe?
Yes, okay.
Yes.
Mac.
Alright, lay on hands and then bonus action, anything, movement you're staying there.
I can't really do any bonus actions.
Just
The one I
making
want
sure
to do,
for bookkeeping.
yeah.
Alright.
Cast a spell.
Paladin,
Yeah.
Dave the Minotaur.
I'm gonna go to here.
Dave.
For 5 movement. Then all the way over to here. Take me up to my full 30. And I'm going to hit this one here.
And flanking.
Yes. I did a smart.
Oh god, he's earning.
That is a hit.
Oh, fucking hell it is.
Yeah. How many... I'm not going to waste on him. I'll just do a normal roll.
That is a
12
solid
damage.
hit. He looks rocked.
And I believe that's the end of my turn.
Like, you get shark guts all over you off of that swing.
Yeah.
Or fish guts.
Unconscious shark, conscious shark.
Yeah, that'll be the end of my turn.
Conscious. Okay.
So, what more? Computer told me the weather for a second. I'm okay.
What?
Okay.
It's that little tag thing at the bottom I just hovered over it by accident. I
Okay.
just had a big box pop up.
Likes big box and he cannot lie.
This shark is going to attempt to retaliate once with its claw against the broom that came at it, and then once at the reckless attacking wizard,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
which is boop, to the broom. I believe you
to
said
the
that
broom or to me.
to you, but he's like, you hit him with the broom and he's like clawing back after you.
Yeah, 19 hits.
Take 5.
Thank
And
you.
then against the relentless attack, that's going to be with advantage, so it's a 2.
Bless you.
Yeah, no. Fuck. That's a really shit roll. What the fuck? Is that even possible?
A 2 and a 1.
No, he's got advantage, so he dodges the critical fail and everything. He's fine.
I know, Danny, on Tuesday night, AJ got 2 nat 1s on an advantage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Lovey, you are up. You've just been clawed at by Shark Boy.
So imagine as the claws kind of like scratched her through her shoulders, so she kind of like pushes herself back, not realizing that when you do that, the other end of the broom comes up straight between his kneecaps and up.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she's gonna hit him in the nuts. Please.
Yeah, go
If-
for
By
that.
accident. I will add it is completely by accident.
I don't think that crit is by accident.
No, it ain't.
Nope.
Is
Are we
that
doing?
correct?
Are we doing the max rules?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
So that 5 should be
Oh.
an 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the
Jesus.
7 should be an 8, shouldn't it? Left dice, not right dice?
No,
No,
it's the
it's
right
set.
dice. Yeah.
Right,
Right,
right.
guys.
So that plus 5 should be plus 8, so it should be a 19.
Okay.
Still, that's fucking good.
Yeah, your broom comes up, and what was supposed to be a nut swing, the magic on your broom just kind of keeps going, and he is just folded in half by that.
Fuck. Okay.
Your broom goes a lot higher than you had expected it to.
I just sat there like, oh my god, what did I do? Because it's all by accident.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, cool. And then
He
I just kind of
drops-
stand there, shocked.
Yeah?
Who
Yeah.
does? My turn.
Captain?
I didn't know I was a captain, but sure.
You
I
ready?
will take.
Captain?
I will take another. I will throw a dagger at the one attacking the cleric.
Okay. You have advantage.
I have advantage. Good.
Your dagger whizzes through the air and connects right in his upper fin, putting a big hole in him.
Mm-hmm.
That is a very sizable amount of damage. He is clearly just thrown off kilter by that.
And can I throw a second one as a bonus action?
Yeah, because they're light.
Yep.
I believe you don't have dex unless you have the 2-weapon fighting feat, though.
I don't have the 2-weapon fighting, but I do have the +2. So
Yep.
this will come through as a +6, but it's just a +2. Nope, it's a
And
massive.
that's one.
Oh, what was you
Double
saying,
that
Liam?
one?
What happened?
Jesus, what?
Bloody hell.
Oh.
Never seen that before.
Oh, fuck. It's the first for me.
I hope the dagger wasn't magical, because you're not getting that back.
Oh, I'm down to 3 daggers. Kibiki.
Your first dagger goes through his
Sploosh.
fin and puts a giant hole in it, and your second dagger would have been a beautiful bullseye if this was like a target ring, but your second dagger goes right through that hole and just keeps sailing into the ocean,
Fucking hell.
and a soft splash is heard for anyone with passive 25 perception.
No.
Cass probably hears it an entire campaign over.
And I will, at that point, roll out of the boat. And yeah, I'll stay there. I left the hat in the boat.
Bye, hat.
Kind of just tucked it underneath the things. I just left it. It's like, yeah.
The noble fighter.
I shall swing my wonderful sword.
Alright, so +1 wonderful bonus, got it?
But also +1 AC.
Yeah. I mean, 21 is a hit either way.
Oh, good lord.
These rolls.
Yeah, they're one extreme or the other. There's no middle ground.
Your sword comes down and kind of upside down mirrors the exact blow Lovey just enacted. Where your giant greatsword just kind of hits the head and just
Keeps
keeps
going.
on sinking.
I like the sound of that.
And he is just instantly dropped from that connecting hit. He is
Well-
unconscious if not dying, if that was
I'll
unfair.
then go to them as movement, and then I'll shout out at him because I can't attack again.
Okay.
Hey, why can you filthy animal?
Do you want
Aw.
to throw an intimidation on that, or?
I will do because I'm just gonna
Nice.
try nicely.
I want to try nicely to get
You
rid of it.
nicely intimidate him potently?
Yes.
You ask him to please fuck himself?
No, just a flea, not pleasure himself.
Anyway.
You'd rather your life be somewhere else.
Yep. He seems intimidated. Which is going to be the end of your turn.
And down it is. Yep.
He is the only one left standing at the moment. Assuming that sleep spell stands in play.
Like I said, it was perma-sleep, so...
Yeah. He is going to roll that. And he is going to absolutely attempt to book it, provoking opportunity attacks along the way.
I'm going to...
You
I'm
have
going to
Sentinel,
attack
don't
him.
you?
Yep. And if I hit him, he stays 0.
Flee.
So he has to be leaving, so he has to be on this tile for you, I believe.
Yeah, it's normal roll this time, unfortunately.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh.
10 damage, and his speed is now 0.
His speed is
His speed
0
was
because
zero
he is
because-
incapacitated.
Oh. Yeah.
He's kind of like trying to run for his life. He's straddling the banister of the ship, and as he does so, you just take out his legs, and the top half of him falls into the ocean.
I didn't get to cast my favourite spell.
I'll turn around to Dave and I'd say, I gave him the opportunity to flee in peace. That was very disrespectful of you.
I mean,
And then
you
I'll
attack
just-
us first.
Collect
And then
my
I'll
dagger.
turn away and walk away.
Collect my dagger from that one. Collect my dagger from that one. These aren't dead. Are we dealing with that or?
Sorry, what was the question?
I kind of just shout to the rest of them. They're not dead. Are we dealing with that or?
Oh no, that one is. That one's very
No,
dead.
this one is. This one is.
Well, this one's
Okay.
unconscious, isn't it?
They're very, very bloodied. Some might be on death saves if people would choose to coup de grace or not coup de grace.
I'll then say, this one's still alive, barely, if you want him for interrogation.
I have
Or should I say
magic
questions?
I have magic if you need me to stop him being asleep.
Pick him up.
You do that.
I meant like make him
I'll
not
this
asleep
one.
but not awake.
I'll drag this one over to there, and I'll just put him down, and I'll say, if him worth anything. And then I'd walk up to the captain and stand guard by him.
I move over to our. Like I move over to the Clegg. You alright? It seems he took a big bite out of you.
Yes, I'm fine. Managed to heal myself up.
That's
Just
good.
gonna get a quick drink while you question.
How do you you're doing that? Can I roll a sleight of hand to be cleaning the dagger off on his stuff?
You may. You may.
Okay, advantage on.
Yeah, this game's going to be quite a jokey game, isn't it? I can tell already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there is plenty of room for serious inclinations of things,
Mhm.
but I at the very least figured start out fun.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, it's against your character, so does a 21 sleight of hand? Do you choose to let that clean pass?
I'm doing an insight into him.
Is
Would be.
your passive perception higher?
No. But I'm a bit thinking of a rogue anyway, so like. what
Oh
are
no,
you
no,
playing?
I'm just checking, make sure you're alright and everything. Just that's good.
Oh, of course. You're gonna roll insight anyway.
Yeah, any rolls against other players, I will defer to the player's preference, but there you go.
That's good, though. That makes sense.
Insight. I'm being pretty genuine.
He definitely does
I
care that you're
genuinely
still
consider-
alive.
I am genuinely concerned with your thing. also generally concerned is the fact that
D&D's
big
great,
clock-
Nice,
especially
dirty.
when it's silly like this.
Knife's dirty. I mean, it's got a bit
Obviously,
sharp brain on
introduction.
it.
The first session's usually a bit awkward as people just try and get used to
But
each
yeah,
other's
that's all
characters and
sorted,
stuff. But it gets
and-
much better. Like session 2, 3 is
The
where
all
it
clear
starts
is
to
called out, and
pick
one
up.
of the
My
two
chair
crewmates
is not
comes
tucking
back
in. Yeah.
kind of awkwardly up the stairs. The other one
Really?
stays below.
Did anyone steal anything?
Ah, it seems like you handled the bulk of them. Thanks for that. You've got an important delivery to make nearby, so would have been a shame if we lost some of our goods to those scum.
Ooh,
What type of
Well-
cargo are you carrying?
any golden nuggets by chance?
Oh my god! Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leo?
Aye.
It's gonna be really funny when I turn this on their head and punk them in a few sessions with it, but
Oh my god.
they never clarified what type of nugget.
Mhm.
Large, golden,
Chicken breaded.
or
In the meantime,
More nuggets.
The kind of like Gaily chickens, right?
Oh, I should have a golden chicken.
With magpie tendencies.
Yeah.
Does that happen a lot? With the, fish people?
we've just been calling them chum. They seem to be some sort of demonic mutation of the nearby. We're not sure if they started as people and became fish, or if they started as fish and became people. But they are vicious and they attack anything with treasure or a pulse.
Are they tasty enough to have as an evening meal?
Well, he looks horrified at that question and just kind of ignores it.
Would you like me to get rid of the dead one?
Typically, we try to just sail past them, or if we do have confrontations, we kind of just kick them back into the water. We're not sure if that's the best, but we don't want to lug those things around.
Okay, well, I'll mumble a small incantation, grab the one I killed by the ankles, and cast fly on it and chuck it overboard. Like, like full on frisbee the thing.
Okay. This one?
Yeah. So I just kind of grab its ankles and say incantation, lift it by its ankles, and just yeet.
Yep, roll me a fly check for how far he goes.
Ah, fuck.
Do you need a hand?
No, I'm an established wizard. I know to cast things.
Okay. I can help if needs be, and I'll kind of pick up Cinders, who I imagine at this point, this little black cat, as trying to eat the shark thing.
Like, no, don't eat that. That's gonna make you.
for you.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
gonna make him ill.
And just kind of cradle it with my broom and sit on the edge of the lifeboat as our wizard friend attempts to cast magic.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, if I'd have had one more turn, if Liam hadn't have killed the shark, I was gonna pick the shark up by the ankles and cast knock and basically beat the shark with his mate. Because I've got the tavern brawler feat, so I'm proficient with it. So I could beat a
Such a
motherfucker
joke.
with a motherfucker. I purposely tavern brawler feat to do that exactly.
I appreciate that Michael and Rose were like, hey, we're gonna play the least responsible characters in this party, and
somehow
Yes.
we still got beaten.
Yeah.
Then again, to be fair,
And you guys were all like, well, we're going to do this. And we're like, oh my god.
To be
We thought we
fair-
were being crazy.
to be fair, Rose, that's kind of just it's what happens with us being us and them being them. We were always going to be beaten at the stupid.
Oh, kind of, yeah. I mean, Danny's usually quite responsible.
Gorgor is responsible.
Responsible for tucking them off the boat.
Gorgor is an established wizard and master of weaving the arcane.
Dude, you need to stop saying Gorgor, because every time, thanks to Michael, I hear Radio Gorgor in my head repeatedly now. So,
Radio Google.
That's his name.
Radio.
I've managed to undermine his entire character before the campaign starts.
Hey.
You have Gorgor, Gabriel and Matthias are normal names. Paladin Dave and Dan. Oh my god.
Do you need me?
With the name.
Do you need me to cast sleep on these ones and then fly?
Just make it fly.
Yes.
I do, yeah. I know many. Like,
Like what?
like this one, and he'll hold out his hand like a handshake and go, "My name's Gorgor," and he'll cast friends.
Can you cast flow on the captain?
No!
I mean, I could, but we need the captain to sail the wood thing.
I could be a captain as well.
Captain Dave will do it.
I love how he's going to have an encyclopedic knowledge of like every spell.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know what a boat is.
Yeah.
Michael, I've got an intelligence score of 6.
I know, but it's still like you managed to know every spell in existence in some way. Like I cast fireball.
But I will
and
point
it's like
out
a torch and
I will point out the spellbook he's got is real and brimming with arcane energy.
Yeah, it's true. If you teach someone an apple but not a raspberry, they'll know what an apple is and not a raspberry.
But so yeah, he'll hold his hand out and say his name's Gorgor and cast friends on you.
Oh, okay. I'll shake his hand. Even though I'm a half-orc, but I'm probably half the size of him, I'm guessing. The sound of it.
He's 6'4" and built. Like, he's, like, almost 6 foot wide. Like, the man's big.
You'll probably
Yeah,
six.
despite the green skin and the half-orc nature, lean more towards my other parent. And I will say, Buffy, it's quite nice to meet you, Gorgor.
Oh, nice to meet you too.
Mhm.
Usually, if they don't go down, when I try to cast sleep, I can usually cast hold person as well, and make them stay still for a bit with my hands that are with the magic. Basically, Tavern Brawler.
Just hold them big, boy.
Tavern Brawler. When I hit with an unarmed strike, I can use my bonus action to grapple.
So you're a magic user, then?
Yeah.
Gorgor.
My book here, and he'll pat the leather-bound arcane book on his side. I had this when I was young, and looked at the words, and it worked, and they spoke to me.
Oh. Oh, okay. That's cool. Uh-huh. Are any of the rest of you magic users? You work with magic?
Yes. Limitations, but I can heal mainly.
I'm a paladin, so yes.
Oh, I've never met, well, a paladin before.
He's a pirate, really. Or once sucked at it.
I'm sorry, what was that again?
He was an ex-pirate, but he kind of sucked at it.
You keep messing out a word. I'm so sorry. I keep hearing it without the
Yeah, I kind of just couldn't. He was a shit pirate.
Yeah. He...
Okay. I mean, I've never met a pirate before either.
Well, now you have. And you just sneakers at Dave.
Oh,
Oh,
paladin Dave.
So that was kind of the second time this has ever happened for me, so I think it went really well.
I'm glad it did for somebody.
I mean, they was no match for us. They were weak.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of glad I didn't have to burn the ship down, so that's a bonus.
Well,
Burn the ship?
if need be, I can stop that. One of my abilities is to make water do things.
Is that by picking it up and moving it?
He gestures to a nearby bucket.
Totally thought that might be it. Yeah, it'll be fine. I didn't have to, so all good.
Does anyone else need to burn the ship down?
No, I didn't actually
Not
want
wow.
to burn the ship down.
No.
It was just, if things were going really terribly, it kind of happens sometimes.
The crewmate who was on the stairs just kind of whistles loudly to himself and goes back down the stairs, pretending not to hear this discussion of burning down the boat. Not quite sure why I do things sometimes. Sorry. But it went really well. I just kind of... I don't know how I did it. Like, it literally went through him. Never mind.
You did the splits.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, literally, I split him in half.
Oh my.
That's not faintly innuendo, my friend. If you think it is, you've got a problem. So, what about the rest of you I've met, Gorgor?
Hello.
Hello. I don't know what you are, but you seem... I've never seen one like you before. I'm so sorry, but you're made of metal and wood? What's your name?
Oh, lock and go.
Crypticist.
I'm Gabriel.
Crypticist?
Gabriel.
Crypticist, I'm gonna go with. Thank you for the follow, dude. Welcome
Is that
to Gorgor.
after something or somebody?
Supreme Arcane Wizard.
It was the name given to me by my creator, I suppose.
Oh, okay. Paladin man?
Paladin Dave.
God.
Okay.
The pirate.
The pirate. Paladin Dan the pirate.
Oh, Paladin
Paladin.
Dave the pirate.
I mean, it would have been better to be Paladin Peter the pirate for supreme alliteration.
But my name's Dave.
Captain Hook.
And then you could be called Pete.
Okay.
Is Dave like a family name or something?
No, Dave's my name.
I mean, like, have you got someone else in your family called Dave?
No, what would I be called Dave as well?
Did you hit your head
No.
during that fight? No? Well, so, like, you know how you can name your child after your name? Or, like, your grandchild gets named after you?
Yeah.
Has that happened in your family?
No, I'm just Dave.
I'd like to remind everyone that this character has 13 intelligence. The player,
Yes,
on the other
In
hand,
the hand. That's really not a disclaimer you need to make for this stream.
Yeah, it's a minus 13, isn't it?
I mean, you ask him my name, it's Dave. You know, that's my name he given.
Are your parents?
No, they're not Dave. I'm Dave.
Please, I beg of you, just move from the conversation with Dave. Just move on.
No, I need to find
We're gonna get to the bottom of this.
as
I swear to
this-
fucking God.
as this Who's on First charade continues, the boat slowly pulls into port at a fairly destroyed-looking city.
What?
Yeah, let's just turn around. This isn't boding well.
Yep.
The boat comes in, and where there would normally be a city is ruins, a shelled-out, hollowed-out castle that has clearly been just destroyed by something incredibly powerful. The land is barren and dry. There is... This place, if you are familiar with, say, the Fell Portal in World of Warcraft, where it is just desolated, desiccated land for miles in every direction. And
Well,
they
I'm
are
saying-
all too happy to kick you off of their boat once they reach the destination. They have had to listen to this "Who is Dave" conversation for about 20 minutes, and they're just like, "Oh, look, we're here, we're here. You guys,
Oh,
we
look,
gotta
oh, look.
unload the boat."
Oh look, literally anything else. Let's pay attention to it.
Okay.
To me, it looks quite clean.
I'll cast Dave on the boat.
You're what?
So the echo of Dave.
Oh, God.
You cast Dave.
Cast Dave.
Most
Okay.
of the actual town itself is destroyed, but there is still the hollowed-out castle and the remains of it that is still standing, as it's a sturdier-seeming structure.
Do I remember?
In, by the way. And
Does
say,
Gorgor remember this ever being like this before? Or is this new?
Gorgor may roll history, and if he has advantage because this is a place he may be familiar with, he may have it.
Nope.
I will cast guidance on you as well.
Guidance. Shit.
Yeah.
Because that's his favourite spell.
Okay.
22.
Nice.
Gorgor is flipping through his book trying to reference this place in his notes, and at the very least, Gorgor is certain that there used to be some sort of mage living here, somewhere nearby, and it would probably be hard for them to be living nearby in a place like this where crops won't grow.
That's not good. The person on my magic letter, I think lived here properly, and maybe not. And he's gonna pull out the arcane person locator and find the name of the person that he came here to find. No one lives here, right? This isn't right.
So, I guess I'm sticking around for
The arcane person locator, you know, a magnifying glass.
No, it's actually a piece of paper, and you can see it's with fine calligraphy esque writing on it. You see, he's not hiding it, so I'd imagine if you come and peer over, you see an address book full of people's names and cities or towns where they reside. And he's currently pointing at Clermont. Well, yeah, I came here because usually if I ever have anything to need or want, I can cast a spell on this and it gives me a name, and I find that person and they help me. But it is Clermont, that one was here.
Okay.
And you do remember that this town used to be known as Reshin? Rechin. Figured I should probably also give you the town name. And it used to be a bustling, farming and fishing town. But it clearly is not. And it seems to have probably been fairly sudden.
Can you guys help me find Clement and see if, because magic person tracker thing has never been wrong before.
Also, side note I should have made when I was kicking you guys off the boat, but we were busy laughing. They did say they'll be here for a few days. They won't be setting out for a little bit because they have to obviously unload the goods still and such.
Mm-hmm. Do any of you know this person?
No, I'm sure we can help you find him.
I think we should search for him then. But we need to leave someone by the boat. I recommend we leave Dave by the boat to guard it.
Dave.
That's Paladin Dave, and no, I'm okay.
No, it's Pirate Dave.
No, it's Paladin Dave. It's Paladin Dave the pirate.
It's a disaster pirate.
I'm still stuck on this. So you need help finding your friend from your magical book,
Please.
right?
Yeah. Whenever I have a problem, I can use this to give me a person to help fix the problem. And
It's a phone book, right? Like, I'm the only one who's thinking this is a live
It's the yellow pages.
no, it actually is what looks like a small leather-bound booklet, but it actually has a list of very well-written calligraphy on very fine, expensive-looking paper, names and locations of people.
Well, I've got nothing better to do today, I guess, so, yeah, I'm in. I'll help you, Gorgor.
Thank you. I'm going to cast Silent Image and try and show everyone the name in the book, so they can see it.
You're just turning the book around, aren't you?
Yep.
Oh my god.
So I cast Silent Image, so everyone can see the name, the town of Reshin, and like it does. I don't think it has like a proper address for like the person. Like, oh, they live like here, but it's basically got this is the name of the person. This is where they live. Like,
It's got enough information where you could ask around a town and find the person easily enough.
so yeah, everyone gets a very detailed image of this person I'm looking for, and I just want to point out this is how it's spelt. Magic person finder.
Okay.
That is how it's spelt. Yes.
I don't know who I'm more angry at.
Oh, I'm sure there's enough anger to share there.
Paladin Dave.
Well, why don't we go? Well, may I have a look to see if there's anything more against this one?
Yeah, if we look for a sign, like a road sign or something, it might give us a clue to where this person might be located, right? That's how you find people. You look for the house.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So
why do you want to find this person?
Well, Gorgor, a few weeks ago started getting this weird itch in places, and
Oh, there's creams for that. Just so you know.
the what?
Creams
Hang
for
on,
weird itches.
I don't know what that is. But things have started being really, really bad, and it hurts sometimes. So I needed someone. I think I was cursed by something.
Well,
Sure.
if it hurts and it's really bad and itches, I think you might need a medic, not a mage.
No, it's I've definitely been cursed. This person will help me. The book has never been wrong.
Come on, big boy, do you want me to have a look over you?
Cursed. Oh, I'm sorry?
I can surely quickly check him over, see if all adds up.
I
May
think
I
that might
use
be
if you'd
a on.
like? That would be a medicine check.
Yeah, I was asking where does it hurt?
I'm
So,
really
why
hoping
is
this
that-
is a 1 or a 20.
Damn you!
That's the Yans wishing the world into existence again.
Yeah. God damn it!
Despite
That's-
all...
You can't say that. You're a cleric.
You are looking him over, and this is probably the nastiest curse you have ever seen. In your experience, this might require greater restoration, or
Yeah.
wish.
Oh, dear.
It's more like a wish I wasn't seeing it.
Yup, that is...
Hang on, I'm going
Thank
to
you
then
for making
cast
me
detect
DM
magic.
this. Go ahead.
I'm going to cast detect the magic as a ritual, so.
Can I say that as he casts detect magic, I'm guessing like Gorgor's standing there and he thinks that Gorgor's really bad. Can I use Druidcraft to create the scent of a skunk, just in his general vicinity?
If Druidcraft
Oh.
will let you do that, you may absolutely do that.
Aww.
Yeah, so it will
do-
allow
I
me
do-
to use the smell of a skunk. Sorry, Gorgor, but it's funny.
I am looking over the streets to see if I can spot anything that looks like a magic shop.
Yep. Give me survival or perception, your choice.
Probably be...
Or maybe investigation if there's, depending on how you're doing it.
Oh, fucking
Between a 3, a 1, or a -1, I think I'll take the 3. And again, I do... Yep, okay.
I want to point out, Rose, as well. You know this
Mm-hmm.
address book? That's you know the Sage background where you can find information easily.
Yeah.
That's my Sage background feature.
With your 21 perception, you do notice that while the town itself is fairly destroyed, ransacked, obliterated, etc., there is a fairly well-worn road going north out of the town, and easily logical deductions being if there's a road, that means people are traveling the road, even if this road is a little older and less well cared for.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, roads go somewhere.
And no, obviously looking like this is where a mage would live in the town.
In the town itself, it is fairly destroyed. You could probably find little remnants of stuff, but it looks like this place has been blasted by just absolute meteors. It is so destroyed.
What's this building,
no.
please?
That is the ruins of the castle.
And what's this one?
That is far away.
That is another town.
That's a
That-
castle, isn't it?
This is the representation of the entire town.
Yeah, that one image is the town. It's Theatre of the Mind, Carl.
Oh, right, okay. And this one,
Yeah, like that's
Miles
the
away.
overall
Yeah.
world map.
Yeah,
One
no.
sec, if you'd like.
Carl. Imagination.
I just think of Zelda.
Was this town always destroyed? I'm saying this to everybody else in the group. 'cause
Like,
I
for
don't
player
know.
reference, this is the only really
I-
standing building.
I don't think so. I've been here, I think, before, and it was busy.
Ooh, dibs bloody nice.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Oh no, I'm looking at the map. I'm looking at the map, and I can see like there's a butcher's table and one very big bloody knife.
Fuck me, how soon didn't you just
Is
see
there
that?
anything still smouldering, or is it just completely like burnt out now, and all the flames are gone, and there's no
It's
hot
fairly
factory?
burnt out now. It looks effectively like the spell Meteor Swarm hit this town, and then the town was raised after the Meteor Swarm hit this town.
So it's old. It's very old, and we can tell that.
The buildings themselves aren't that old, but it definitely didn't happen like in the last week or so.
Right. Okay.
Like,
It
it's
happened-
definitely happened a few months ago, if not older.
Well, if we can
So-
start searching, let's start searching.
We're searching for a mage,
The name is
Right.
Clement.
Clemens. Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
top middle-ish. There's your road.
Again,
kind
I'll
of.
recast Silent Image so you can see the book.
I say we go through town, we have a look, see if we can't find them, and then we move on.
Agreed.
Uh-huh.
I really hope we find them.
Oh, yeah.
I
Well,
believe
yeah,
we can
you're
find
really having a problem. Can I just ask, if it is that you have this disease, is this so you can inform a previous friend so that they can go and get checked out?
Do not ask. I'm starting to think you really need to learn the idea of not asking questions you don't want the answers to.
I can't even the answer to it, though, to be quite honest.
You mean the person that probably cursed me?
Oh, so he gave it to you?
Oh.
Oh, I mean, that tends to not be a very nice thing.
Oh.
Uh,
Well, he's bad.
oh, it's really smelt quite bad, to be honest.
Oh no.
Just make sure you don't have any friends for a little while, like friends. And I should do like a little motion of like.
Oh,
You know.
does that mean I shouldn't have cast friend on you earlier?
No, I'm meaning you shouldn't cast suggestion on people to go to bed. If you
Oh.
catch my drift.
Oh,
Yeah,
so,
there we go.
so don't tell people to go to sleep, okay?
Yeah. If they're falling asleep in the mid, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. Oh my
Yes.
God.
I'm
Right,
wondering
passing the ball back to Michael's character here.
Yep.
Michael, you're actually chaos as well. You can't let them
Well, see,
push us into
My,
a
but yeah,
position.
my chaos is more like I want to start walking into the town, go find a mage shop and start looting it.
it sounded like he was taking that dagger and exploring a little bit while this conversation is being had.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Yeah, whilst that's going on, you'll turn around and like the very shiny like sun yellow cloak is already like halfway through the town, just looking.
I would
Ah.
be following him at a distance.
Good
I
luck
will
on that.
hurry to catch up. I'll leave Gorgor and his festering curse
I will come
and
with you guys.
follow after Matthias.
Yeah. Me, tech magic goes off while I inspect Google.
Yep. Inspecting Gorgor or inspecting the town?
Google.
There's
think it's
definitely
not
some
bad,
magic
isn't
in Gorgor, though it might just be his book.
Just in the book, eh?
I'm saying might because I'm not telling you what part of his character is magical, if any.
It's a rash. It's magical rash.
Yeah, but it's definitely not magical what it's on. Like,
No. Okay, the book, what school of magic is it?
Let me actually. Well, I'm not as familiar with.
Yeah,
It would be.
that's fair.
It would be abjuration.
Aberration, eh? Gorgor, what type of magic do you school are you from?
The good one.
Do you remember what the name of it is?
No.
Does it begin with an A?
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
I just
Aberration?
know. I just know how to do the magic.
Well, the book itself has abjuration on it because it's a absorb elements, shield, etc. Like it's
Yeah.
a book of.
Protection.
Protection magic's on the book.
Yeah.
Did you get your water muscles from this book?
Oh, my muscles I got from me. They're mine. I found the book a long time ago and I started using it to cast spells.
A random meathead who likes casting his magic.
It works really well, although old tribe didn't like it.
Oh,
That's why Gorgor's
I wonder.
out. Yeah.
But now you seem to be cursed by this very same book.
Is it the book? The book's been with me since I was little. And now I'm not.
Hmm.
While they're having this conversation, eventually the people who are investigating the town
Yep.
will come across a small, like the churches that are built into castles kind of deal.
Oh,
Yeah.
like
Like they have the little like
yeah.
religious room
Yeah.
where they'll have like an altar and like private sermons for the royalty and such.
There are lots of like bugs and spiders about. Just
Um,
genuinely, like
There's
cobwebs.
actually, even there is actually no life there. There's not even like rats or termites. It is devoid of life. It has been effectively blasted by negative energy of an absurd level.
Oh, so it's not even like a moth or anything like that. Just nothing.
Very pointedly so.
Oh, I was gonna let Cinders have some fun with the spiders. I'll take a couple of spiders out of my broom and kind of like let them go free. Just be like, there you go, you can play with the spiders now. And then he promptly goes over to one and eats it, like cats do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I specifically call out the religious room because it is not just a for show, like it does have multiple various types of spell components, pouches and the like, and there's clearly at least some level of magic being cast here. Probably of the divine kind.
Does it look active? Like, has there been? Because I'm guessing those like braziers and stuff like that. Have they been used recently?
Some drawers have been left open, but it looks more like it was just grab what you can and absolutely evacuate.
Okay. What kind of religious imagery are we seeing? What is there specific gods, or is it like, you know, they opened a portal? Is it culty stuff?
Please say
Do we
cold
see
stuff.
Gold.
Oh god.
Cold.
Not a cult.
Well, I don't think there's a shrine to Danny in here. But is there any, like I say, religious symbols, imagery, you know, idols, that kind of thing?
Give me an investigation and or religion check.
Both of them the same stat. I'll give you a Investigation and religion. There we go. Sorry if it comes out multiples. I do apologise. It did as well.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Technical difficulties. Take the top. So no, no. I'm guessing instead I end up like wandering into a room at the back. You know, the one where the priests get changing, and I'm just like, ooh, okay.
She's just
And
kind
get
of
a bit
looking over their
further.
fashion sense and trying to figure out which gods they're like portraying on their clothes.
Yeah, I'm guessing there's like a Pope hat that I might wear for a bit.
Oh man, this dress is covered in flowers. They must worship the god of flowers. That makes sense.
Wait, they're wearing dresses. I love them already. I guess I pick up a nice like sash, and I will pop it round my waist. There we go. I'm now religious. No, I joke. But okay, cool. I will get lost in the fashion room for a bit.
Yeah, you've ended up in like the choir prep area instead of the like religion prep area.
Is there booze in here? As in, like, you know, wine, communion kind of stuff? Is there alcohol?
There is. It is sour.
I don't care. Wine is wine.
Oh, gee.
You got any rum in there?
No,
It
there's no
seems to
alcohol
just
in
be
here.
communion wine that has gone off, which is impressive for wine to do.
It's vinegar at this point.
It'll
But I will
do.
literally call back. There is
It'll
no wine in here. Just go away. Bye.
Oh.
As I appropriately trying to druid craft it back, I guess.
Insight.
Insight.
I
to
want to do
what?
it.
Insight whether to
Oh,
want
then-
to-
Rose. Does being drunk give you advantage or disadvantage on deception?
Disadvantage.
Never
It didn't
mind.
matter.
Damn.
I won't drink any. I'll just kind of like try it and not like it because it's the first time I've ever tried wine, and end up like eating some of the food that's on offer in there, even though it's a bit stale. Like the crackers things have gone a bit off, and then come out and just not be impressed.
Can I figure out what god it is? Having a look around at all the big symbols and stuff and the colours.
You may attempt.
12?
They very obviously have probably the tropiest, most objectively normal, reasonable shrine to Pelor that you have probably ever seen, which might be saying a lot, but also might not, considering I don't know how many religious sects you've seen.
Probably close to 0. But Gorgor,
But
that
you can
doesn't
at least you can at least identify enough to be like, they worship the sun dude here.
Isn't this the god of the man that's the sun?
I don't know. I only
No.
know one god. You know, the true god.
Yeah, that's the sun one, you're right? This one?
I don't know. I'm not very religious.
Would I be able to identify the religion?
I would also like to try that as well. I am a religious man.
Pick which one of you is rolling it, and the other one is assisting.
You seem a bit smarter, Dan. You can do it.
Okay then.
Aw, bless.
With
Yeah,
advantage?
Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead, Rose.
No, I was just gonna say, what is the one that looks more like a pirate? What's he doing?
I'm with
Me?
Dan. Oh,
No,
wait.
not you.
Me.
Paladin Dave?
Meanwhile, yeah,
No,
I'm continuing to look around the place. Like, oh yeah, religious items, and I'm just continuing to search.
Do you want to
Wait,
the
toss
colourful
me
one.
another investigation for your further searching? You did also find a couple of nice steak knives that you could probably improvise
Oh
and the
no.
like.
This'll do. Anything? Yeah, I'll just have a look around, see if there's anything valuable or. Investigation.
My cat's snoring on my desk.
Aw.
Oh, no.
That's a nice investigation I made. I managed to find
we
out
got
that
a
a
cat
cat
now.
in another world was.
I'm about to drop the webcam for a second so people can see.
Check.
So, and then the big guy is Gorgor. The metal man is Gabriel.
Oh.
Paladin, what's your name, my cloaked individual?
My name is Dan.
Just Dan.
Just Dan.
What name is that? I mean, people in my village will name all sorts of things. I've never come across someone called Dave and another guy called Dan. How
Paladin Dave. Paladin
Like
Dave.
Dan. I heard
Nobody
many names
remember the
before.
Paladin.
Captain.
Pirate Dave.
It's Paladin Dave, if you please.
Yeah.
Always forget.
First name Paladin, second name Dave.
is your first name Paladin then?
No, first name's Dave, but I'm Paladin Dave.
Why are you Paladin, Daddy?
Because I'm a
Carl,
paladin.
thank you, dude, for the
You
resub.
don't
Mwah!
usually,
With a
like,
13th
proclaim
month.
what
Beautiful.
you are in your
Beautiful.
name.
Just broke
Well, I
that year
do.
mark.
Well,
I mean, I don't
Matthias
say I'm
is
named.
exploring.
Lovey.
Yeah.
It's basically part of his new oath.
His oath
Yeah,
will tell
they-
people he's a paladin. Got it.
Tells he is a paladin.
So while
I
Matthias
just-
is exploring, he actually finds a very nice-looking rapier.
Rapier.
Oh no.
It is a very, very fine steel with some gold decoration on it and accents on it. Probably fairly valuable, probably also fairly sturdy.
That's useful.
And you find that while you're kind of like, you seem to have found like the remnants of the treasury where they clearly grabbed a lot of items and just kind of like booked it. So there's just some treasure strewn behind as they left. There's a few little smatterings of other things about the room.
Oh, what's all that then? That's scattered across the floor then.
About 30 gold coins and a couple small items. There's a gold ring. There's a gold bracelet. There's a tiny jade figurine.
Yep, taking them.
Fluff, that's the
Fluff's
key.
not
No,
happy.
no, no. Oh, he's pressing. He's what the fuck have you just pressed?
No.
Are you asking the cat or are you asking Gorgor?
Probably both. Fluff just hot stepped it across my keyboard. and-
Panic on Danny's face. Bro.
What
You
did
will
I find?
actually
About 30 gold coins was that. A gold ring, a gold bracelet, and a jade figurine.
Damn rogue.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, I type out that
Yeah.
part.
Okay.
Yuri.
Only jade figurines.
It's just what was clearly not worth running back for as they vacated the premises.
Okie dokie.
Did I able to identify what type of religion it wasn't church?
Yes, we got derailed with a lot of secondary things.
We did.
As collaborated by Gorgor, it does seem as if they were predominantly worshipping me hitting the back button on my mouse.
That's a good version.
Yes.
It's a great religion.
Secondarily, it does seem like they were predominantly and very vocally worshipping Pilor, but from your more experienced life view, you might notice that not everything is perfect, and they have clearly just smattered this room with as many different objects of Pilor as they can. They're not really well organized, they're not really presented in the typical fashion. Some of them are conflicting, some of them are used poorly. Very much
Not
like when you
whatsoever.
see the celebrities, like, oh yes, I worship Christianity, and there's just, like, the overall display of their church is, like, very gaudy,
Sloppiness.
very personal,
Hmm.
very nonsensical.
Yeah.
And it seems a little off to you, but you can't put your finger on why. Probably just the nonsensical gaudiness of it.
Yes. Doesn't make sense at all, this. Can I go investigate some of the objects and that? See if you can make heads or tails.
You may. While you do that, I would like a flat d20 roll from everybody who is currently in this general vicinity, which should be everyone unless somebody stayed off on the side.
Okay, where's the general thing and what?
You're there because you're looting.
Everyone who's in this, like, vicinity of exploring the church and the outlying town ruins
Oh, okay.
and such.
Just a d20, a flat d20, yeah.
Yep.
By the time I finish, but you know what I don't care? Where it's matted, where it is, if you touch it, it's crying.
I believe I'm one shy.
Mm,
There it is.
Yeah.
Ah,
While Matthias is exploring and collecting, in air quotes, we'll state it, he actually nearly bumps face first into someone, though manages to catch himself just quickly enough to
Well, he never used to
distance himself slightly.
as bad as the others because he cleaned himself lovely. He was on the ball with he
Okay,
bit
hello.
his fur and pulled it.
And down in the bottom middle-ish of the map,
bottom middle-ish?
uh,
Oh,
By
oh
the
yeah.
stairs.
Yeah.
yep,
I mean,
you're
that's
just kind of
tiny.
looting and scooting, and you almost bump face first into...
Yeah.
I think it's because I disabled grid on this, but eh.
That's
Hey.
probably
Never
why
mind.
I can't. That's why I can't have my image either.
Which was brilliant. He let me do it. He just
Oh, does it? Yeah. They should be able to just... Eh.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah, I was only going to put people on this if it became relevant. While you are exploring, you bump almost face first into what seems to be fairly leathers, fairly discreet, like dull-colored clothing. Somebody else who might be of similar occupation to you seems to have been coming through here. Though they don't seem to be looting, they seem to have more intent to it, though they are still trying to be sneaky about it.
What are you looking for, pal?
At that question, At that question, he basically jumps and turns around, weapon at the ready. Who are you? What are you? Why are you here?
Matthias, and interested observer. Who are you and why are you here?
He looks fairly suspicious, but he seems like he's willing to talk for a minute at least. He's like, I used to be from around here. I'm just collecting some things I left behind. Though your passive insight, if remotely reasonable, might pick up on something in there.
Passive insight. My insight is there. Well, that would be a 15.
That is right on the money.
It's not bad.
You can tell there's something up with the way he's talking. Can't pin down exactly what, but he's a little sweaty.
I'm thinking we're both thinking that there's a little bit more to why we're here. Right?
Well, after, of course, I pick up my own stuff, I was going to be meeting some friends nearby.
Uh-huh. And what were you and your friends going to be doing, I wonder?
So he did.
He slowly inches backwards a little bit. We just meet here from time to time. It's a safer place than the town where there's all those people. You know how that can be.
Oh, I know. No, there's so many interesting things about people. You can find them anywhere, like here, for example. But anyway, you're here to collect something. obvious.
Oh God.
You're not the ones that ended up stealing the jewels, are you? Because it would be just our luck to end up walking straight into you guys the second we step off the boat.
No question mark, which he says out loud.
Yeah.
We didn't steal jewels, plural.
Picking his
You
brains.
have stolen
Well,
jewels
of course
singular.
these aren't, they'll be his, nobody else can use them. Because I want them to be sharp, razor sharp and new. To get the worst of.
He looks like he's panicked and he might be about to sprint at any second.
I'm not gonna blame you. I mean, I'm kind of holding up the shiny rapier and everything. Not like everything around here is mine either.
Yeah, you've told me about that before.
Come on.
haven't you?
What'd you take? Come on.
No, see, he kind of caves in at this point.
I wouldn't want to try and put
You're taking
through his
some
side,
jewels.
because when you
My friends and I might have
it's like a
the jewel because we really, really need it.
That's what these clumps of fur feel like.
That sounds really, really important. Why is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
He lets out a small sigh. Can we talk a little bit more,
Privately?
not with my back against a wall, maybe?
You're the one who put it there.
Yeah.
And you're also the one with the blade drawn.
Right.
I put down my sword and we go chat in the dining
Well,
room,
if it's
maybe?
just one little bit, I don't suppose he's gonna
Certainly.
do it in a minute. He's one back leg. If you touch him,
Kind of like
feel like-
sheaths his blade and he gives a whistle and some of his friends also seem to appear.
By the way, we have company.
And then the back legs are like the hind bit, you know.
We have guests.
You continue figuring out who that god is. In the meantime, I'm gonna go and meet the new friends.
Now I've watched him try. He can't bend.
Very well.
Which is why I took the lid off the
Anyone who chooses to hear and respond to his call may obviously do so.
Okay,
and that's why I took the lids off.
I'll keep looking at you, the sun man.
Hopefully,
God.
if I degrade
Thing.
him and demat him, it
The
might
sun
move
man.
a bit more, 'cause he might be pulling. You know, as he goes to go up the stairs,
I'll be close by.
he goes to go up the
Sizes are relative just so they can be visible.
Yeah,
Is there, like, the dining room got anything food-wise left, or is it completely picked clean?
I know what you mean. If we've
Uh,
scab or anything, and it's
There is some old food that does not look very good. There's also a bit of a cleared off spot towards this end of the table. Where presumably these guys might have made enough room for them to chat from time to time as a makeshift HQ.
Hmm.
Anyone who would like to respond to Matthias's call to we have company, be in that room now or forever hold your RP.
Fuck it, let's go.
I will
Gorgor's.
enter the room
I've had enough of this sun man thing.
where it happens.
I'll enter the room as well.
say down Carmel's if you've got a mask.
If you need dragged onto the presumably.
You can't go in the building without a mask.
I'll stop
What you
looking
want?
from it, but I'll stay on the edge of the room. Just keeping an eye out on the hallway as well.
Oh no, I went in for the one, you know, the one where we had to learn about his story.
Anyone else that I
We
missed?
both went in for that one.
I think you got everyone.
But either
Paladin
that,
Dave.
Did I
Come on.
say about when Tim-
Paladin Dave's there. I believe the Warforged was also watching closely.
No, I mean, how
Okay.
he fucking growled at Danny.
Wait here.
Yep, just wanted to make sure everyone was accounted for that wanted to be.
I bought him in the
Um,
when he saw the
Yeah, you guys reconvene and he has some of his friends come out of the nearby hiding they had been in. They kind of like shuffle awkwardly and
journey.
clean off a bit of the table to sit down at. And this guy is looking kind of crestfallen that he's been pinned and kind of spilt the beans, but
In the
he
box.
was intimidated by the creature of myth that he was kind of face to face with.
Fucking hell.
I love how creature of myth. Really?
you're half vampire. Those are terrifying to common folk.
True.
It's
Like,
true.
you look like a human, but kind of uncanny valley in favor of horrifying monster. Loosely, obviously, your character is however you want, but you know what I mean.
Eh.
Otherworldly appearance, whatever.
Yeah, that's true. So, your friend here says you have something important to be doing?
And this one, foot already in mouth at this point, has kind of decided to lead the conversation amongst his friends. So, our leader finally managed to, after months of planning, we've been turning over nearby carriages. We hope that that's safe to disclose with reputable folk like yourselves.
But of course.
I'm
and-
very reputable. What's up?
We had been doing so not in the intent of gold, though it does help to fund our endeavors, but we have been specifically trying to steal the sea sapphire from the nobility here. We used to be residents of this town before it fell to this state, and most of the richer and finer folk established a new town nearby, with the nobility creating just a new castle in what must have been a span of weeks or months. It was magical, to say the least, how fast they got that town up and running, and it's been incredibly prosperous ever since. But this jewel is needed, as important as it might be to them. We need it as a means of protecting ourselves and this land.
In what way?
We don't know the full details of what caused it, but shortly after this town fell to ruin, and it was horrific. Demons from the sky, monsters, aberrations. It was sheer chaos. But for some reason, the old king and his entire family were all perfectly fine. And rather than trying to protect the town or stop whatever blight had befallen it, they seemed more than content to just set up shop somewhere else and just move the town and whatever they could a few miles down the road. And just ignore this place like it never existed. What used to be a bustling trade city.
I wonder if Clement is in the new town.
It's entirely possible, friend.
Is it somewhere new you're going? Somewhere you haven't been before?
He doesn't seem to bat at the name Clement at the very least.
Sag. What about the rest of them? Does anybody know Clement, please? I've been terribly cursed. It's terrible.
None of them want to run a city, Dan.
Damn.
No country.
Nor have they seen a fire golem.
If it's not too cold.
I just picked a random amount of them. I don't care.
Fire
Right.
gold.
So, there he is.
Sorry. But yeah, that's
Yeah. It kept
as you
warm
were.
in the bloody drive, though, don't you?
So, you believe this jewel will protect you?
Well, monsters have been coming through,
Ooh,
and we think we found where they've set up, and we've been trying to stop them from bleeding out into the nearby landscape. But there's just so many of them, and we don't have the money or the resources or the power to stop them all. Best we've been able to do is stop the smaller, weaker ones and then hide when the bigger ones come through. But the boss, he swears that the jewel can close the portal and stop them coming through altogether.
all the way there.
Though the king, for whatever reason, refused to let us even attempt such a feat. And acted as if he wasn't the king of us very townsfolk that he'd abandoned here to die.
interesting. So, you've been set up here for how long?
Well, here is where we meet our contacts, and he kind of coughs awkwardly at that. And, seeming fairly aloof to the situation and uninformed, carrying a big heavy box of supplies, walks, right up past, Mr. Dandave over here. He's just carrying a heavy crate of cargo. And he kind of, like, stops and looks a little surprised when he sees some of the people that were on his ship still in the vicinity.
Hey, pal.
Wow.
Run down. Shut it there or wherever he normally puts it.
I think I caught Adam off surprise here.
A bit,
Please
yeah.
strip him more.
Well, how's the ship doing?
It's like he just kind of looks awkward and sheepish and just kind of like keeps walking past you, trying to pretend he didn't see you.
Oi.
I presume it's one of your,
So she-
Don't bother the help.
Yeah, we were getting a new delivery of supplies from out of country, if that might have been.
Think so? I think we came in on the ship. You're welcome. They nearly got attacked by. They called them chum, I believe.
Yeah, that's been the euphemism we've been using for them. We don't have a much better name, and they seem capable-ish of speech, but we've never been able to reason with them, and we don't know if they're specifically trying to stop our shipments, or if they attack all travelers. We ourselves haven't been going out on the water outside of the occasional time as extra guards on their ship, but we're low on muscle and been losing soldiers by the day.
And what supplies do they bring? Food, weapons, booze. Please tell me there's booze.
And
All-
your booze.
All of the above, really. You might have seen the ground outside, but nothing grows here anymore, and we've been holed up in effectively mortuary? No.
Monastery.
Big grave.
Oh, mausoleum.
Yeah, mausoleum. We've been effectively hauled up in a mausoleum trying to protect ourselves and trying to control those demons. So we can't really grow any crops or do any shopping, so to speak. So we knock over the occasional royal carriage, we sell off the goods, and we then buy supplies with them. And we think we could stop the local demon problem if we had the jewels, if we kept the jewel for a little bit longer, though it might be consumed in the process. That's probably why the king is so against it. Best I know, I don't know how magic works.
I do.
Truly, you're an arcane master. And he looks up at you, gleeful and confused.
Thank you. Name's Gorgor, and he goes to shake the hand, and then kind of, oh wait, no, she told me not to make friends with people. Sorry, but name's Gorgor.
It is an interesting one.
If he is
Yeah.
truly a powerful arcane master, potentially he could help us close the portal.
It is entirely possible, but I think he needs. I think he was needing some assistance from a friend nearby first. He would then become more powerful. Perhaps then he could help. We can certainly look into it, though the rest of us should probably introduce ourselves. The name's Matthias. And you are?
One sec, popping open the notepad.
Damn, she has the names. She's prepared. Fuck.
It's like
His
she's a
name
DM.
is. His name is. He introduces himself. I'm Jarek. That's Kame, and that's Tinsui. Last one doesn't talk much. We kind of just call him Jeb.
Yeah.
If
Yep.
if I didn't need the hairdressers as much as I
Go
do,
see Paladin Dave.
I wouldn't even do it tomorrow. I'll tell you that now.
You ever need someone who doesn't talk too much to meet someone who talks too much?
How she reacted now, she stood there looking down at me. It was like,
Anyway,
wow.
pleasure to meet you all.
And
Our
normally
apologies
someone
that the rest of my
drinks
group does not seem willing to
cold,
speak up.
fuck herself right up from me.
I'll step forward and I'll nod.
How much more can I-
Gabriel was my name. And step back.
Fucking drowned in
On
the
Paladin
sea, my
Dave.
hair's going down the plug hole and everything.
Do you see Jeb is
Okay,
sitting there trying to figure out how first name Paladin or first name Dave, but he doesn't want to ask.
Yeah, don't ask. Also, are you okay, Matthias?
I'm fine. If you're wondering why my voice is all over the place, it's because I haven't nailed the accent down yet.
Yeah, same. I can't tell whether I'm going to go high pitched or low and sultry. Yeah, I'm going to go over it, guys.
It doesn't help the fact that Michael hasn't nailed it in yet, and he'll probably just... Oh god, if he ends up talking like Gorgor. Oh no.
Oh no, I haven't had to have a conversation with Gorgor yet, so I'm fine. But I was originally going to be starting off this as somewhere like BBC news presenter, like English, like the high register kind of thing, and then it just kind of went like, oh no, I'll kind of talk with a bit of a growl, and now it's what it wanders. So as long as it's kind of low and growly, it's kind of staying there at the moment.
If all your wizard friend needs is to seek assistance in the nearby town, hopefully they can find their friend there, and then after that, if you would please grace us with your assistance, assuming you don't believe that vile king's words, of course.
Oh, I thought Joe did it.
And what does the vile king say?
Well, obviously, as we did try petitioning him for assistance in closing the portal and stopping the demons that have been roaming the land, but it all seems to have fallen on deaf ears. Maybe one of his children cared a little, but really none of them have come to our aid either. And instead, they've just branded us as traitors, heretics, and ordered the end of us. Though that's potentially to silence us, considering anyone who seems to know what's going on is obviously not living in that great big town of theirs.
So where is the
Again,
king held up these days?
Right. No, I was just going to ask, heretics against the sun dude in the next room. Okay.
And that is the only time anyone has gotten a response out of Jeb where he just bursts out laughing with no explainable context beyond the mention of Pelor.
Oh. Okay. Not gonna cry again.
And then the castle in the new town, as they've so lovingly called it, Corporation is what they've been referring to it as. Bit of an insult, really. But that's just a few miles west of here, though the roads surrounding it are incredibly dangerous. We've seen all manner of beasts coming to and going from when we've had to pop into town for what little we can.
Such as
Walker juiced.
We've seen massive wolf-like creatures. We've seen... Most recently, there was this gigantic gorilla thing that we did our best to just hide from. We abandoned the mission. It wasn't worth risking our lives over. It was terrifying. And it seemed to come out of nowhere. If people would like to try to identify those are going to be very high DCs, by the way, considering it's third-hand information.
Mm.
okay.
Oh, Paladin Dave's broken. Oh, there we go.
Paladin Dave's always broken.
no, that's the person wielding it. But yeah, I'd say.
Even if I'd got it wrong,
Some guidance to some people.
but even it was the way she
I've got no idea, so I wouldn't know. Michael, on the other hand, is going through the Rolodex.
Yeah.
and it was like, oh,
Anyone have any faintest idea?
yeah, I would. And she got her arms
Thinking
folded,
gorillons, but
looking at me, and it was like,
It
and I'd be
sounds like
and I needed to go and
sounds really bad. But I could probably
because
deal with it if we need to, if
on Facebook for the first time
we have to.
forever. And that's how it's made me feel.
If that would open the way up to town for us, that would make our informational missions far easier, but that thing seemed deadly. We didn't want to go anywhere near it.
Once
It was
I,
potentially double deadly, even.
once I get my
You know,
uh,
me and Danny
tragic
looked,
curse dealt with,
then saw
I should be able to help
wanting to know what I was
properly.
expecting, and I'm like, it's got nothing to do with you. Then he sends me a text. Oh, wait a minute.
So the
Or he
weirdest,
might be able to give it an arm wrestle.
I found him and I said, what
the weirdest thing is that no matter how monstrous these creatures, they avoid the entire town and castle as if they've been blessed or shielded or something.
I just want to go, ah! Do you know what I mean? And just sit here and scream.
Have they got any magical defense, perhaps? Keep them away.
You know, when you're that frustrated, you just
There's the rumors, but despite how much we might hate him, those rumors are still fouler than anything I would want to humor.
Hmm.
He just kind of like quirks an eyebrow. Demons attacking towns and leaving them alone. The rumors basically write themselves if you think about it.
Demons.
yes, those. Keep up.
What else do you call the big red scary things that seem to come from hell portals?
Yells.
Not
Exactly
being
that.
seen in them.
Big red scary thing.
There's me thinking, oh, we knew.
Like I say, that sounded really sarcastic, but Gorgor was being genuine and trying to be nice.
I know.
I just realised after I said that, Danny thought then, shit, that's really sarcastic. Oh, fuck.
The thing is, it sounds really sarcastic, but at the same time,
His face
Gorgor
looks
just thinks
genuine.
he's being genuine.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is, yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I did turn around and just say, well, devils. Either way, it does not sound good. And you say it's on the road between here and
Stuart had a moment here.
New City.
Not that he did anything directly to me.
Yeah, it's practically patrolling and guarding the things it looks like, though.
You know,
Again, that might just be
yeah, he brought the one inside, sacked it.
talk,
5 pushing
though he doesn't seem very comfortable with the thought.
open the porch, stepped in,
Anything get its attention? Does
opened
it
the ground door, he's used his arse to shut
focus
the door,
on certain things?
and it's bossed the handle, the brass handle snapped it.
That is an interesting question that I now have to think of.
But never told me he cracked the fucking door. So
I found a way to screw with the DM after all.
Yes.
We've tried poisoning its alleged food. We don't really know what it eats, but we've left, rotten spiked meat and it seemed to have no effect. Like, it stomped campfires to no effect. I don't know what else to really say. It's incredibly alert. Sometimes we don't even see where it's coming from.
and he was like, seriously?
Interesting. So we're not thinking something in the lines of a very large bonfire to the side to get its attention.
It might be attracted to the light, but it's at least as intelligent as your wizard friend over there.
He's not
Oh.
So not very.
So Michael wants to say, so it's not setting the bar very high, but
yeah. No.
well,
The van was on the front waiting.
I mean, they've picked up on his speech patterns at the very least, but at the same time, they're willing to suspension of disbelief for a powerful mage.
But I am a powerful mage.
Yeah, he's picking up 6:15 tonight.
Yes. Powerful magic in a different way.
But yeah,
In a
didn't tell
bad way.
me. He texted me
In a Liam way.
Oh.
Oh,
Shall we perhaps? Well,
So in
how many more are there of you left? You say your troops are going and your leader is nowhere to be seen.
Can you open it? I can't do it. It's broke. And Danny
Well, our leader isn't here, but he's usually handling strategy meetings.
and he never told me.
There's about as many of us again, plus our leader and the captain.
10 of you,
I'm gonna take a picture of it.
Give or take.
By the new one, and then
leader. So your leader and your
so I
captain.
the fucking toilet was all full of water.
They could potentially take out that big stupid gorilla, but then there would be nobody left guarding the portal, and it would just run rampant. Like, we'd stop one monster to let 3 more through.
So I cut a piece of hose. And
So your
used the
captain
piece of
stands
hose to
watch.
push and dropping water from a height
Yes?
to break the tissue.
Or is that where your leader is too?
They take turns. We can't leave that thing unattended. We see something scary, we hide. We see something smaller, we try and fight it off. But we don't really have any healers amongst us. Like, the only healer that was near here was, in bed, so to speak.
Well, don't worry, we have a paladin, Dave. He'll heal you and stay with you to protect you.
I don't do much healing, to be honest.
Are you just trying to sell Paladin Dave to anyone who will take him?
Oh,
Yeah.
You're not selling him, giving it away.
I don't want money. If anything, they'll pay you to get rid of him. By the sounds of it.
That was the idea.
Got 30 gold on him. Fine.
I'm not hiding it, but yeah. Right. Well, I believe it's probably for the best if we might speak with your leader. Otherwise, getting to this new town is probably in our best interest.
See, that
If you want to sort out your arcane friend first to save the trip, we would understand that, though if you want to follow us directly back, we would appreciate assistance as soon as possible.
Paladin Dave, what do you think?
Wizard man for help first. I know English right then.
I know English good.
I thought, wait, what?
I might just
But
This is
yeah,
just
yeah,
an everyday norm from the Liam.
let's help the wizard first.
The problem is we have no current leads to where this person is.
I concur with Dan. We have no leads.
I'll pull out the address book thing again, but I've got it right here.
I will give a small DM cough at the mention of the only healer that was in the settlement has gone to the New Kingdom.
uh-huh.
Oh.
Just for those players who might have missed it and whose characters probably should have heard it.
Yeah, I missed hearing it.
I did it though.
So
There's been a lot of cross chatter. Might be on me.
So,
I
Paladin
think
Dave
it's
thinks we should just
we
not help him.
Clement's gonna be in new places, isn't it?
probably.
Oh.
Now, where's... You got a map of this place, and if so, where is everything we need to be careful of?
Yeah, at which point he's gonna pull out the world map that I'd shown you guys originally.
Yeah.
And they're set up due north of this place. Like, that's just kind of the statement they give you. They're like, you just follow that road north and you'll get to us. Careful of the forest and the mountains. They're just as dangerous as the roads, if not more so. And the road takes a fork, and if you follow the fork, you will end up right in Copal region. But if you follow that road, you will want to move slowly and silently, and it might feel like you should move at night, but this thing sees in the dark. I would honestly go during the day and just hope for the best. Don't want you getting surprised either.
Do the best. And how often do you get into town before this thing? Been around a while, or
We would go into town maybe once every 2 weeks or so just to try and collect information and try and understand their routes. But that thing's been there maybe a month, maybe. Like, some of the smaller stuff we've handled, but that thing has been... It's like a guard dog. I don't know if it's just liking the very available food sources nearby of anything that wanders outside of the town, or if it's intentionally guarding there, but it's made it near impossible for us to get to town by road, and straying off the roads is going to be even more dangerous.
At the front, the Velcro fastening. Yeah,
I would go faster, go quietly.
yeah. So big food.
I say, probably make sure we're all at full strength before we get caught up in.
I'm
helping
okay.
you. Would you prefer if you were to go see what their leader wishes to say first?
Oh.
Oh dear.
If they need a big gorilla thing killing, we can kill it, and then I can go find Clement. The other bits is I don't mind.
Yeah.
Can have a look at the magic orb that they have, the gem.
Where did you go? Sainsbury's or the one at the top?
Perhaps it might be worth trying to have a look for this gem.
They have it.
Maybe you'd be guessed if you have this on you, or is it elsewhere?
Oh, no, we wouldn't dare take that thing anywhere except...
Oh no! Oh no!
We've been keeping that thing as locked up as we can, waiting for the moment that we can... The drawing on the map already begins.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
and
good.
Liam
Oh,
got
sorry.
it. Liam caught himself out.
No, I'll try to highlight the thing to get my character out, and I forgot that by pen on. With a little cross where to go.
But yeah,
sorry.
no, we keep that thing locked up and guarded. Like, we want to trust you guys, and if your wizard friend can help us, we will happily accept the help, but we're not gonna just show that thing off to strangers. Because the moment you see it, you might just try and take it back to the king for the reward money yourself. We're not chancing that.
Entirely true. Just so I know by how much I'm being tempted, what is the rule?
They kind of look across each other, shrug a little bit, and then one of them tries their best to hold up their hands about the size of a large bowling ball. Sapphire about this big, maybe. We're gonna use it as a focus for the ritual to close the portal.
No, we asked how
No.
big was the reward for the
Oh,
gem.
that's how big. Well, that's how big the gem is. So
That was not the question, but we got the answer anyway.
Jesus.
well, he was he said tempted, and I'm like, oh yeah, he'll see the gem and be
Yeah.
tempted by the gem, not. But
No,
yeah.
no, he said how tempted by the reward would he be?
Yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah.
misheard.
It's fine.
But yeah, the reward itself, you would have at least seen the notices when they were sending out calls for help. It's a couple thousand gold at the very least.
Did you pick it up Saturday?
Ooh.
You would
Let's
probably
see
have to
why they want
negotiate
to
with
wrap.
the king for more or less, but
Very good.
It's definitely at least a pretty penny.
Yeah.
But
Well, you
I
can't
think the
give me
first part,
following Saturday, so you've got to have it.
my friend here probably should be.
So if
Fighting
there's any
fit, as it
last-minute
were.
things need doing, you've got
Then
to
we can
sort
see
it.
about assisting you if needs
Very
be.
good.
That is, if this lot wish to. I have no intention of sending you in, as long as you have no intention of doing the same to us.
the one you've primarily been talking with, seems to have like calmed down a little bit from the initial intimidation that they had from spilling their guts. And he's like, yeah, honor among and all that, right? Like, he kind of just tries to elbow you across the table.
Yeah, something like that. Big smile. Fangs there just a little bit.
Right. So, we're gonna head back now. If you want to come with us, you can. Though, if you wanted to sort your stuff out first, you can as well. Just be careful. Yeah. We're nice daggers you have there.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. Right. So, we head into town. Don't die to the monkey. Perhaps we'll see you soon after.
Probably a couple days after your journey. We should expect you then, if that's your plan.
That's a possibility.
Still advises them not to.
I'll leave that to the rest of them.
While probably being hungover.
He kind of chuckles nervously and tries to look away from the from his perspective, vampire-esque person, looking to the rest of the party for reassurance, potentially.
None from me.
I'll just give it.
Face is straight, unmoved.
I'll just give a cheesy grin.
I like this one.
I love how, like, between the things, we've got 3 people in this group who've probably got teeth bigger than mine. The two with some orcish descent, and then even though he's hiding it, the changeling could probably make his teeth a lot bigger than mine.
Yeah,
I
but
agree.
yours
yeah.
are, yeah, but yours
Orc
are
is a known fear.
yours-
A vampire is an unknown fear.
yours are pointier.
True.
Like, orc tusks are kind of for show and kind of like ram's
Blunt.
horns and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, they still can be sharp tusks, but even then, like, but vampire teeth, you know what those are for, and those are terrifying.
Damn true.
Right, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
spiky tooth. So we're staying here, or are we going now?
What time of day is it? Okay, no, sorry. What time of day is it? Non-accent. That was a non-accent.
Oh.
Out of character.
Oh.
I realised I spoke in character, and I was like, no, that's not.
I do not want this answer from Liam, Dan, Dave, or Dan.
Wow. I was none of those.
The ship came in a little past noon. You guys spent maybe an hour or 2 rummaging on top of that, so probably 3 or 4 p.m. around now.
How long until we would get to town from here? Back in character.
You see them doing math back and forth across each other. Half a day if you go fast. Day if you're trying to lay low. Ish. They're not very concrete on the numbers, but
Perhaps you should go to the ship, back to the ship for tonight, and set out early in the morning.
Ship's not staying, I don't think.
No, the ship
Well,
said
they
they're
for a few
staying.
days, isn't it?
They're staying for a few days. Yeah.
Days?
Yeah.
confirm.
At least it's a safe haven while we
See,
come
Gorgor
up with a
nothing.
strategy.
Well, if your friends wouldn't mind keeping us for another night, head out in the morning and then make our way to town.
Anyone else? Rose, haven't heard from you much. Dan and Dave, only a little bit.
You've heard of me a lot.
I'm just going along with the flow and
I am too.
Where this leads me. I'm happy to help.
I'm just annoyed that I'm fucking representative of the group again.
I love it because you were
Yay.
definitely not the highest charisma in the party either.
Well,
You're
no
just-
offense, Michael. You just walked into it.
I
You literally
walked
did
into the
walk
problem.
into it. You
I know,
literally.
that's why I'm not too upset, is the problem literally, like, the plot literally just went bump into my face, and I'm like, oh, okay.
I mean,
Hello.
otherwise we're going to have Liam as the face of the party.
No,
Yeah.
no.
No, if you do need, Gorgor can lead.
No, your voice is annoying.
Wow. Fucking wow, Carl. I expected better from you.
So,
I
I'm
wouldn't.
sorry, I do have one question, though,
Mhm.
for you guys. If he's offering such a big reward, what are you offering?
Oh.
They kind of look confused. No more demons escaping into the local landscape?
Well, I mean, that's a very good point, but, I mean, I myself am not really from these parts, so what's not to say that they were already here and you're just using us as an extermination service? Free.
You could talk to the boss when you get there, maybe? We've still got some loot left over, but it's... I mean, if the portal closed, we wouldn't need to finance more operations? Maybe? I can't really speak for... and he kind of looks around and, like, he tugs a necklace off of himself, and he's like, I'll give you this if you help, please?
No, I don't want stuff. I want
Luke?
a favour.
Hold on, stop.
At one time I asked for help, and I hope that you'll help me, just as we'll help you.
He goes to slowly put his necklace back on, looking kind of nervous and just grinning in a mix of confusion and hopefulness.
I just mean, I might need a hand at one stage, and I hope that you'll give me yours. And I don't mean your literal hand, like, just to clarify, I don't want your hand. I just might need some help one day.
Say, shouldn't the reward be in helping those in need?
Are you talking to Dan or Danny?
The party. That's what the reward should be, is helping those in need.
Yeah, but you got to get kind of something for it. No one's completely selfless. If you are, then you're an idiot. Quite literally. Well,
Eyebrow that comment.
One metallic eyebrow just raises.
well, it's true though, right? No one does anything for no reason. Like, the fact that you want to help them is so you feel better about yourself by thinking that you're a good person. Correct?
Satisfaction of helping those in need is all the reward I need. If people wish
Exactly.
to give me something, then if I
Yeah,
don't need it, then I don't need it.
Satisfaction alone's not going to make you survive in this land for long.
You mean by
Also,
survive by
it's
food and water?
It's still,
That is one way to put it.
I don't need to eat and drink.
We do that.
well, we'll power you down then, or however you work.
Is that a threat? Do you roll intimidation on that?
Quick, check his back port.
So,
My
Indeed you
passport
do.
alone, Liam.
does that mean you need some oil then to keep yourself lubricated?
Oh.
And
don't
next topic. Hey, how are you guys doing?
I think we're
No,
fine.
I'm just pointing out, I don't want, like, a monetary reward, I just want a favour.
Yeah, they're, I mean, they can't really make promises that they don't have control over, but, individually they're willing to help you if they don't have to keep fighting demons.
No demons.
Super demons.
No, I mean, if what you're saying there is if you're willing to help them deal with their demon problem, as long as they help you with something, in the future.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as, everything is taken care of, we won't really have to worry too much about it, I guess. I'd be pretty free on a personal level. Do you need, connections, or...?
I think it's you owe a favor, and she'll come to collect some point.
Exactly.
She can definitely do that once this is solved. We'd probably be happy to help, right, guys? Right?
Yeah,
I'll just kind of
favor for a
nod.
favor. Brilliant. So I have your word.
Individually, we'd all be happy to help, though we can't really speak for the organization.
Say you have my. Just say you have my word. Just say it.
You have our word?
Perfect. Thank you. She'll just kind of potter around in the background with Cinders. Now she's gotten what she wants.
Wait.
So, now that you have one of us at least willing to do it,
I said I would.
two of us, three of us, I'm presuming.
Possibly, yes.
The guy's still kind of eyeing his necklace and looking back at the party, wondering if anyone else is asking him for his treasures.
We'll deal with whatever monetary things later with someone with a bit more sway, shall we say.
That's probably the best idea. We'll just finish unloading and see you later then.
One last question. Whereabouts is this portal?
The boss has it locked behind a wall back at our base. They just started coming from there, and we were initially set up there and hiding, and it's just one of the rooms in our, for lack of a better term, fortress, but it's really more of a mausoleum or necropolis, in original at least.
So you got demons wandering around in your base?
Well, no, the boss is better at that kind of thing. He's put up a wall that they kind of can't come through, but it's not really the best idea to just let them build up in there, so he keeps a wall up. Occasionally he'll let the wall down and we'll all hide and hope they run past and out, because if they start ransacking the place, we're kind of in trouble.
Oh dear. Looks like we've got something more on our hands. But we should go see the boss.
Yay.
So, rest up on the boat, head into town tomorrow, try not to die on the way, get the wizard fixed, then leave town without dying again to come and see you.
That sounds like a plan.
Yeah, they're kind of shuffling off at this point, getting ready to finish unloading. And they're like, yeah, it doesn't sound like a great plan in voice, but hopefully it's for the best.
You can hope. Seeing you around.
So long as they're covered, they'll be fine. Yeah.
And I presume they head off.
They go back about their work, leaving the party to do as they please, unless anyone stops them for anything else.
No.
No.
Just keep an eye on them as they leave.
You are welcome to take a long rest if you so please. It sounded like that was what you guys wanted.
Gorgor's
we'll
happy
wait
to
till-
continue immediately, unless you want a long rest, and he'll take a long rest. He's easy.
I suggest you stay here and around the boat for the rest of the day, and then
Do the long rest. I'm still not at full hit points.
Okay.
So, go on.
So we'll head out in the morning to make best work of the lights.
50.
That
Yes.
does sound smart option, does it not, Gorgor?
Agreed.
Yes, yeah, 100%. That sounds the best plan.
Hmm.
And then if all else fails, I'll
Right.
car and back.
Are you okay?
Now that
You,
I'm
you're,
sure they'll be
you're
able to get
making
over it in a
noises and
second.
not talking. Points at Adam's character
Yeah.
because he doesn't know. He
I,
doesn't know his name, so he like
Thursday, I'm here.
Metal Man.
Go. Metal Man.
Are you okay? You seem you're making
I'm
weird noises.
I'm not the Metal Man though.
You're in metal. You're Metal Man.
And a cloak. I thought that was Coles.
No, are you okay? You're making a lot of weird noises. Are you cursed
Yeah,
too?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Oh,
I think he's broken like his friend over there.
Oh, okay.
maybe.
Broken like them water muscles.
Oh,
Just keeps walking. Didn't hear it.
And like I said, I think I'll cook whatever you give me as much as I can on Thursday, so it's cool enough to wrap and get up the room on
right.
So I believe, unless there's anything people wish to do, we're probably going to end up with a long rest, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long rest. Carry on through the. Yeah. Rest through the night and everything. Morning.
Gorgor will, at multiple times during the day, cast Animate Object and practice spells in his book with the objects he's animated, which is his quill and knife.
So yeah, that should be alright. It'll only be me and Danny, so I'll have full the back seat empty.
Okay.
Put my wheelchair in first, then put
All right.
a towel over it.
Yeah,
Transfer
just
on the wheelchair as well then.
I guess beyond that, party long rests.
Yeah.
Party. You can take shelter on the boat, etc. That's perfectly fine because they're going to be in port for at least a little bit longer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anything during long rest? Anything in the morning?
Trying to remember that my character doesn't need to be smacking his head against the wall going, why, oh, why am I with this lot?
No, there's
I'm
nothing.
thinking that already.
Nope, I'm good to go.
Right, just making sure I don't pass time without obviously people being.
I was trying to figure out about the religion. Trying to piece anything else together that from the church.
I spend my time trying to psychologically evaluate why Paladin Dave calls himself Paladin Dave.
Are you going to start a journal on explaining why Paladin Davis? Lovey's got a book of explaining.
It's like every now and
I
then
have
you just hear
questions
him
on
kind
that.
of like shuffle up to Paladin Dave and just be like, so why the Paladin before the Dave? And then go away for a bit and then come back like you just can't get rid of it.
I also have questions on that, so I'd be joining on that in that question because it's just bonkers.
Just boggles the mind, eh?
Paladin
About,
Dave.
I'd say at about the second time this has happened, I'm literally just 90 degree just walking up the mast of the ship to go up to the crow's nest for a bit. When I see this, it's just like, yeah, no.
So he ate up into her bed. No, but that's telling me he ate
Wait,
into her
you
bed.
can walk up things without using magic?
Yep.
It's called climbing.
No,
No, he's
Not
not.
how he's walking.
He's not climbing. He's walking.
no. He walked up, like on an like his feet were on the mat.
Oh, I've seen that spell before. Yeah, it's magic.
Very sad.
No, I mean I've seen people float before, but I didn't think you were a magic caster.
Yeah.
I am
Okay.
well up.
Like I don't
somewhere.
actually know your name. Sorry.
Yeah, and
What?
I'm way up the top of this mast at this point. I am just in the crow's nest resting.
Can I just say, like, 30 seconds later, you just hear this kind of, like, small meow. This is, like, climbed up there with you, and it's just kind of settled down. He's gone to sleep
Be funny
in
when
the sun.
Be funny when the cat
That's-
realizes it can't get down. It's
I'm just
stuck
kind
up
of
there.
I just kind of.
It is fine, I can snap it back. It's
I just look
completely
at
fine.
Wait,
That's
you can
it, I
snap
just
its
look at-
back? That's rude.
Snap it back, not
Mm,
snap it back.
Gosh.
It's a familiar. It's just a fake creature.
I don't
it's
care
fine.
how familiar with it. You don't snap its back.
Snap
Right.
it back, as in
Right.
click my fingers.
Yes, enough of indulging Danny being an arsehole.
I'm not being an arsehole.
I'd say,
just
as long as
misheard.
I'd say, no, he heard you. He just doesn't care.
Oh, okay. I will get you back, Danny.
I'd say, yeah, the cat appears. I kind of just open an eye and it's like, oh, you stay quiet. Not a problem.
A gurgling sound.
Just the hat over the head. Which, by the way, when I was walking around, I did
Shut
not
up.
wear the hat.
Shut up, Matt. Don't
The
give
hat
it
You
away.
left it in the...
Don't
no,
give
I
it away,
picked it up and
motherfucker.
took it with me. It's just, I only put the hat on my head when I'm sleeping.
Okay. Long rest noises play. Boop, boop, boo, da, boo. Everyone's full health. Like
Really
another go to the
pushing that-
Pokemon Center again if you
Yeah, I'd
wanted.
say, yeah.
Oh,
But
God.
you're pushing that Pokemon thing, aren't you?
That's fucking terrible.
No, this is your demi plane that you take rests on, right?
Oh, okay.
Oh.
But yeah, okay. So you
Aw.
guys do that. Morning routines. Anything from there?
Chat up Nurse Joy.
Oh no.
You can't just keep dating the creatures with tons of clones in every universe.
That's how you end up with curses.
Oh.
That's how you end up cursed.
I'm starting to realise Adam wants like a harem of the same women, so he doesn't have to remember everything about them.
He just goes from Nurse Joy to Nurse Joy dating them. Like,
It just feels like worry, but very little work.
Oh yeah.
Hang on, yeah.
Turn
He's
on
got
the
that,
show.
so I'd say he's got the harem of Nurse Joyce, and then what? Does he have to get fair with the harem of Officer Jenny's?
Yeah, but don't forget he's also got oh my god, Penelope. There we go. My brain took a
Yep.
second then.
Oh no.
well, Michael, bright side, they've gotten a lot of this out of their system for tomorrow at least.
Are you sure?
I pretend.
I'm not sure. It's gonna still go madness.
No, they've
Yeah.
just found a new branch of crazy just for you.
That is can confirm.
I'll
Can
be like,
confirm.
come on then, guys. Let's pull together. Let's
Excuse
get
me?
moving.
Okay.
Yes. Let's go on an
Let's head
adventure.
out. Yeah, let's head out.
Paladin Dave, feel free to stick by and guard the ship if you wish.
No, I'll come along.
No,
See,
really, it's okay. You can
It's
stay
hot.
behind.
Let me get that out, please. It's okay. You can stay behind if you want to. The ship do need healers because you might find like sharp people again.
I'm not a healer though.
You can pretend to be.
Hey.
No, I'm okay. I'll come with you.
Gabriel, if he comes with, at least it'll be something nice and distracting for the big monkey.
That is a good point. Come with us, Paladin Dave. That's fine.
Yeah, but is Paladin Dave the pirate, right?
Paladin Dave,
Is
wherever
it
needed to be.
pirates meant to be on ships?
Not always, no.
Anyway, on the pathway out of town.
Yeah. Gorgor will be
I'll take
keeping
it.
an
We
eye
go
out.
north.
Gorgor will keep an eye out for Big Monkey.
All right.
I'll walk
Mate.
side by side by him as well, just keeping an eye out.
Ooh.
Go away slowly along the path. We do
Darkness.
not want to draw attention to ourselves.
Are we stealthing?
You are so stealthy you can't even see yourselves.
The whole world's gone stealth.
Oh. Time for sneak rolls, I
I
think.
will be.
Maybe?
Assuming you guys are staying a little off the road as you advance because you're trying to lay low.
Yes.
So
I'd say we are.
Keeping an eye out.
I will mimic the party because my original intention was not to stealth.
Like I say, it's not. Yeah, we're going slowly to make sure we don't draw attention. So yeah.
As you guys advance,
Yeah, I am.
you
keeping
do
an eye out.
finally see that giant monkey that they were talking about. It is currently locked in combat.
Now, 'cause
Your
it'll
Pokemon.
Is that disadvantage on stealth roll or just norm? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter unless you have
Sorry.
advantage.
I'll
No,
cast
it's
guidance
just
on
unless
myself.
I need to switch it off. It's always well in initiative. Sorry.
Yeah,
I just figured it out.
you've not turned the auto advantage thing off.
That's fine.
Yikes. Yikes, that is some dog shit stealth.
Today is a great day to be in this party, by the way.
I'm gonna try then.
Okay.
Yeah, baby.
It averages out because 3 high, 3 really, really low.
I got a 12.
That's
You all-
the only one with a high plus also got stupid like.
Got a 20 on a bloody disadvantage as well.
Yep. We see
It's good.
monkey in battle with.
The gorilla, rather than on its own or patrolling, seems to be embedded in battle with 2 large demonic hyenas.
Ah.
Oh.
I say
I
we watch
shoot.
the fight to see what happens.
I say you're mad, and we should carry on.
They shoot us. I like
But
the shooters.
didn't we need to kill the big monkey?
No,
I
we
think
just
we-
needed to not die to it.
But
There
didn't-
is a half-destroyed camp over here that was probably once adventurers like yourselves that took a long rest in an unfortunate spot.
But didn't the people say that they needed it killing?
Yeah.
They did need it killing. They didn't say they needed us to do the killing.
Oh.
I think they were. I think that's what they were getting the gem for.
Oh.
Plus, we are not strong enough yet to kill things like that.
I am.
Davies.
I'm really strong.
Well, if you really want to fight it, I insist you go and do it then. Take Paladin David as backup.
No, I'm okay. Hey, the
I
robot
suggest we
confused
let
me.
the 2 of them fight, and the 3 of them fight. Sorry, and we go into town.
Like
Then
his
you-
thinking, let's continue.
Mhm.
Don't you
Well,
need
the-
to get healed up, Gorgor?
Okay.
While you are all conversating, you see one of the large hyena-like creatures pouncing, biting the arm, tearing some flesh, and getting thrown across. And this is just large, monstrous demons at war with each other at the moment. Just to give you the scene. The party did have fairly low stealth rolls, though at least there are higher priorities, even if they are alert to you.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just move swiftly across, out the way.
Rest of the party? You don't have to properly use the map as well. This is, we can still just theater of mind. I'm just
Yeah.
giving you guys reference
no,
points.
No, I'm making the path as I go along. It's just the best way to get across. So.
Yep. Yep, just making sure.
Mid to the side and nothing attacks us. Yay!
Gross.
Woo! Party time.
E.
Yeah, I'm just hanging back watching the
Kaiju fight.
chaos, I guess.
I just wasn't
Yeah.
sure if you couldn't move your mini or if you were just making
He's
sure
watching
to
it.
know what you're doing.
He's watching the track for the Titans.
Mm.
I can't move it.
Yep, perfectly fine.
Yeah, if you
didn't
move
wanna
me over
presume.
where the others are standing, that'll be great. Thank you. Sorry.
Yep, for just making sure it's player decision and not technical difficulties, etc. Right, the party makes its way, they believe, successfully to town.
Yay.
Shit, well,
Boop, boop.
Wow.
That looks fun.
It
Looks about as shitty as the last town.
I was about to say that. Has there been a bombarding war here as well?
It's more ramshackle because it has been built fairly rapidly. Like, obviously, some of it is still not perfect and some of it is a little destroyed, but
Janky
overall,
is a good.
this town is, relatively speaking, this seems like a bustling trade city, as you might have expected a port town to be, despite its dissociation from the port. Like, they seem to have just hit the perfect crossroads city, and they've just been trying to build up around that crossroads as fast as they can.
Okay.
And so some stuff is, you know, half-built, some stuff is yet to be repaired. But relatively, like, this city, populace-wise, is far, far more bustling and active.
And this is the co-pilration, right?
Yep. That is correct. And these people seem like, despite the urgentness and suddenness that the town seems built in and still in the process of, these people just seem completely unawares of any dangers on the road. They're just having normal, happy conversations.
As we enter the town, do we see anything unusual? We got slightly.
Aside from its half-built ramshackle state, it's a pretty active city. Like, they must have just been lucky enough to build right in the middle of, like, a bunch of trade hubs. Like, there's not much explanation for why this land is such good land to have a town on, other than it clearly is succeeding.
I think I would have done like detect magic as I was going into town, see if I could ping anything unusual to see what the demons would keep or how to keep the demons out.
You do not detect any sort of magical barriers, blessed spells, sanctuaries, aside from the obvious, like, you know, people just coming out of church and stuff. Though even the church itself doesn't even seem to have been hallow grounded yet at this point in time.
I head for the church.
Yep, it is a big bustling church of Pelor, full of, like, you know, Sunday morning kind of. It's not Sunday morning, assuming they even have Sundays here, but, like, it's got a pretty heavy crowd coming through and going out.
I just kind of see somebody just coming out. Like, if they're leaving, is like the priest at the door or something as people are going, or
the priest is up at the altar in the back. It's still kind of like where he would have given the sermon from, but having, like, stepped down to the in front of it. He is shaking people's hands, like, there instead of at the door on the way out, but he's still fairly sociable.
I kind of walk up and kind of just, hi, quick question, new to town. I've got a friend who's looking for a healer or mage. Do you know anyone like that?
He kind of quirks an eyebrow as he looks you over. Well, any who need healing are welcome in the light of Pelor, of course. If you need to stay here, if your friend, you know, wink, needs to come by the church for healing, they obviously, may. We have a back room for personal blessings if you choose not to be blessed in the public light.
I don't think I'm going to have a choice.
Oh, if you think you can help the guy.
Yeah, is there a reason you came here? Of course, we're always happy to help another child of the flock, but you look like you might be from out of town?
Very out of town. We got off the boat only this morning. Anyway, we came this way because, well, I'm traveling and everything. A few other people I traveled with come through. One of them who says he's ill, says he's been cursed, says he knows somebody around here that can do magic that can relieve that curse.
I've got a magic person locator, and told me to come here.
Did you just kind of follow along behind Matthias?
I thought he was still with the group.
No, I walked ahead.
Because I was just haplessly, I was literally just haplessly following the group, so I assumed I was with you.
If the group follows me, that's fine. But I just went like, okay, church, probably a good idea.
I'm now with you.
Cool, excellent. This is the sick one. Maybe.
Yes, your friend, and he looks a little surprised at the presence of an actual friend.
Yeah, I'd be pointing at him as well, but when he said this is the sick one, so he's making sure it's not me he's pointing to.
Yeah, no, yeah. This is the sick one. Maybe you should converse. Maybe you can help him with the curse. Show him whatever he needs. Help him out. Is there anywhere where I can get some food and maybe something to drink?
Well, we have the lovely farmers market that is running every day, of course. And he kind of gestures towards the north end of town. People like to sell their best goods and wares on their way to the kingdom, hoping that any travelers might, pique their interest. If you're looking for the place a little bit more local and less flashy, we've got a couple taverns, we've got a couple restaurants.
I will go and have a look at them. I thank you for your assistance. Good luck, Gorgor.
The farmer's market itself is kind of like just the stalls of like fruit stands, vegetable stands, meats and stuff. And then, yeah.
I am wandering and exploring town. Good luck, Gorgor.
Okay, Franco.
Come find us later when you're all fixed.
Okay.
And I was like, can a stroke out? She's like, yeah, and it was like, oh.
I'd probably stay with Gorgor just to see what's wrong with him.
He kind of like makes a welcoming gesture for any who are coming in, though he makes sure that his church goers have left first to make sure it's a bit more free to converse.
Mm-hmm.
See, all I was hoping for is just in the middle of middle of the church while the churchgoers are going, and he just does the whole Forrest Gump bit of just like, I got shot in the ass. I'd like to see that someday. There you go.
I mean, if that is happening with other players, like his intent is to currently push out all of his current residents and welcome in any party members that are coming in. What the party does during that is their business.
I am, like I say, I am often exploring the town.
Yep.
See what you can steal.
Well, if I can get a good deal for some food, no problem.
Gorgor, it sounds like you're about to be center stage, and then we'll flick back to Matthias, and if anyone is going with Matthias to explore, air quotes.
Yeah. Dark Force, how you doing, man? It's a pleasure to have you here. Oh, we got Cam coming.
For my knowledge, who is going to be in the church? Where is everyone else going if they're not going to be in the church?
Okay, never mind.
Oh, I was in the church with them.
Yeah, at the minute, because
I'm going to avoid the church like the plague.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't be able to join Dark Force,
I will
unfortunately, dude.
wander
because
off and just be creepy somewhere.
this group that we've got, it's the
and
same
then,
group
like,
of people that we've had for about
I
3
also like
years
the
now.
symbolism of my
So apologies for that. I
walking
do
straight into the temple
occasionally
of
have
the god of the
guests on my
sun
main campaign,
for assistance
which runs on
without
Saturday,
giving no
but
care in the world.
outside
Well,
of that, not
thankfully the place
really.
hasn't been sanctuaried yet.
That still wouldn't burn.
I know, I'm just taking the...
Yeah.
Because I believe you have to cast the spell in the same place for a year consecutively
Yeah, you
to
do.
consecrate.
Something like, with Hallow, yeah.
Yep.
That's fun.
It's
Which, I
once
mean,
a
if
day
that gives
for a year.
anyone who was detecting magic a time frame.
Yikes.
Assuming that's what they're intending to do, but probably a safe assumption to make.
Well, if you want to do Dark Force, you're more than welcome to join the
So
Discord.
I would have passed the details of what I've...
Because I'm happy to
Yes.
talk about people's characters. I like hearing about like cool backstories and stuff. So you're more than welcome to.
Okay.
Give me
The
a
church kind of, like-
second.
Go ahead.
And I am mute, so they can't hear me, so I'm not interrupting them.
Go ahead.
There you go.
Yeah. But obviously, it's like this seems like some type of curse, but I can't seem to pinpoint much information about it. Perhaps
He
you could
pauses for a
provide.
moment while he looks you over and gives a small nod.
Mm-hmm.
And you've looked him over yourself, and he kind of like tries to appraise you. You seem reputable in the topic.
Yes, I have some experience with magic, but this one's even I'm having trouble with.
He is going to attempt a medicine check on Gorgor, and while you believe you're presenting advantage, it is not with advantage.
Not after the last time.
Oh no.
You're effectively like the person who Googled the symptoms on Google, and you're like, I think it's this, I think it's this, I think it's this, and
Yeah.
he's trying to do his job, and you believe helping.
Turns out it was just the common cold.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
I'll pick you up in a minute.
Yep.
Yeah. If
You
could,
have
provide-
definitely been cursed. I have seen a few curses like this before pass through our village, quite rampantly. I have tended them all, though some of them are quite stubborn against purification rituals.
What do I need to do to stop it?
Well, normally removing a curse, like, there's some cost to that type of magic. I can do it, but it's a very... You understand, of course, that I couldn't just do this all day, every day. I have to ask the higher power, they have to deem it worthy.
Okay. How much?
Sometimes offerings help how effective the ritual is, of course, depending on whether or not Pelor themselves choose to bless you.
How much is it?
You have said everybody's favorite words.
Have I?
Out of character.
Oh.
Sorry. Just, how much is it,
Oh.
Mr. Person, that I clearly need? He pauses for a moment at that, very blank check. Well, any generous donations, of course. I could never put a price on your health, but you could probably say that your health is priceless and tantamount to you, right? Of course.
What I'm gonna do? I've got 10 gold in my pouch. I'm gonna roll a d10 as he literally just goes in with and just pulls out. And literally, if he pulls out all of it, he pulls out all of it. Like, so I'm
He's
just
grabbing coins from his pockets.
I'm literally just gonna stick my hand in my pocket and just be like, "Is this enough?" I've got 10 gold, so I'm just gonna roll a d10. So I pull out. Oh.
He cautiously takes the coin. Pelor appreciates your blessing, my child. He kind of just mumbles to himself.
Would there be any type
I swear,
of jobs to try and boost it?
I had more. Where's it gone? And
What were you saying, Adam?
Would there be any type of jobs, anything that would help towards getting the favour of the High Priest?
yeah, the fact that it was one, I was expecting it to be so silly. Like I was expecting 10, just be like,
Well,
here it goes.
We can always afford to give anything that we can, as we're a church. We're here for the people, of course. The king themselves actually tend to pay most of our wages to make sure their people are well looked after, of course.
Yeah.
Though, recently the coffers have been a little dry, has been the rumor. Not to say that they're poor, of course, just that they've been having less to give on the church's behalf.
Yeah, that
Despite being very astute believers of their church themselves, of course.
Yeah, because that was a piss take. Because I was expecting like a really high number, like just like to fuck me over. But the fact that it was a 1 was just, it's dumb.
It was. Perhaps a favour is in order, perhaps to try and get our friend here
But I
cured faster.
I will, of course, do it free of charge. I want to make sure that Pelor looks favorably upon you, my children, of course. You understand.
But I thought that was, and this is to Adam's character. I thought the coin was the thing.
Not always.
Oh.
Although coin does help, I mean, even that has its limitations.
I had more, but I don't know. I had more. I don't know where it is.
No matter.
If you would love,
Is
of
it
course, to pay the donation in good faith and goodwill, you could always swear to Pelor that you would happily repay this debt in whatever way you might need at some point in time.
Well, I'm a really powerful wizard, so if there's something you need that I can do, I don't mind. Yeah, it's beautiful, Dark Force. I'll definitely take a look when I get the chance, man.
Oh, that is your word in our blessed church. I will happily take that at your word.
Mm-hmm.
And let's get you sorted out. And he kind of looks over back to Adam's character. Dan?
I love it.
Fucking hell. This priest does not want to deal with us. Like at fucking all. Okay. It's a little bad. But yeah, please.
He is going to take you to a back room and make sure that the door is closed and there is a screen as well.
That's why when you said there was private rooms, if you want your blessings in private, that's why I said, yeah, I don't think I'm going to have a choice.
You are not the first person who has been cursed by a lover spurned, shall we say.
Ah, yes. Yes. I'm the worst of the curses.
Shall I stay behind the other side of the screen?
That is your character's preference, and what you and Gorgor are comfortable with is not for me to say.
I mean, do you want to take a D6 psychic damage?
I bet the priest needs 2d6 then.
But either way, it gets fixed. Fuck's sake. Oh, for fuck's sake. He's dumb.
No, I will
Hello,
stand
Noel.
outside
How you
the
doing?
door.
Okay.
But obviously, I'll listen and see if anything goes on. Although,
Oh, that tingles. What are you doing? Weird. I don't like it.
And once he has Gorgor alone, first off, he's kind of potentially successfully pegged who Gorgor kind of is as a person. And as such an astute wizard himself, of course, this
Better not
priest
peg me.
is going to try to impress the very powerful wizard with his own very powerful magic, putting on a bit of a
I'm doing really good.
display of showmanship before
I'm
he
having
actually
fun playing
attempts
Gorgor.
to cast any spells. Lots of pretty colors, lots of special effects, at least 2 thaumaturgies in there.
It's like
Just
a doctor
trying to
when they
distract
distract a child for an injection.
yeah,
And then he is going to humor you and cast Remove Curse,
Uh-huh.
which seems to have no effect.
Typical.
And he's just like, I think Pelor is dissatisfied with your behavior. I hope that you're willing to swear into tone. I'll try asking him again, of course, but the church jewel. I of course would never ask anything of you, but Pelor might look favorably on you if such a debt were eventually repaid, of course. Though I would never take any of your personal money or effects to do so. But I will try again if you want me to. I think I can cure this.
Well, like I said, I am extremely powerful, and once this curse has been lifted, I could help out in any way you need, and that is after we kill the monkey.
Of course, you that would such a great service to Pelor.
We've promised to help people kill a monkey, so they can get here.
Right, let's get this curse broken. And after some more fancy displays of absolute cantrip nonsense, a couple booming voices, a couple sensory effects, some distractions, he is finally going to cast Lesser Restoration on you,
Hey.
and the curse will instantaneously evaporate from your flesh.
Oh, I feel so much better. God. Thank you for doing that. That curse has been bothering me for a number of weeks.
He is even going to follow that up by casting Protection from Evil and Good on you, just so you'll feel kind of energized and confident as you go about your business.
I feel really good now. Like, we can definitely kill that monkey for the people in the ruined city.
He does seem to perk up at that, though he pauses for a minute and just lets you go.
Okay.
Though he definitely seemed to notice finally what you were talking about, having previously been dismissing you.
It's just what I've got to hand. I don't.
Is
usually,
there a
I
name,
drink tea
or
and
is there a reason you came
sugar-free.
here, by the way, of just such a far walk it must have been for adventurers like yourself?
Is this just to me, still?
I mean,
Or have we gone back
Dan
and
can
met
probably
with
overhear you. It's kind of like as
Okay.
he's walking you out.
Well,
for your parents.
I got a magic person finder, and I was here looking for a Clement to help with the curse, but obviously you've done it, so I don't need to find Clement no more. And I was with some other people, this metal man here as well. We was on a boat, and there was we killed some shark things. And
He seems to have regretted asking you a question to begin with.
And then when we got into town, we one of our other people, Pointy Teeth, found some people in an old castle, and they were saying how they're using a gem to stop demons.
He immediately takes a second look around outside to make sure nobody else is overhearing the expository Gorgor.
I was gonna say, and I'd imagine he's got a fairly projective voice anyway.
It was like down, like shh, keep it down.
Whoa.
Explain all that.
But
And he's going to
asked a
segue you back
question,
around.
He asked a question. I'm just telling him what we did.
Yeah, but spirit folks around here don't necessarily like the other people we met.
Why?
Even the priest is hushing you at this point. Clement, that name, by the way, is my father's name, so that explains how you ended up here, though I really don't want to ask any more questions. How you know him is your business, please.
Yeah. I do have one. I do have one question though, guys, to Google.
Yeah.
What type of curse was it?
Looks at Clement's son.
It was a very powerful curse. It took 2 castings to fully cleanse it from his system. You know how those powerful ones can be and all.
Yes, they can be a right bugger to get rid of. Oh dear. Must have been a nasty one.
Considering it was meant to be a throwaway joke, it turned into a side fucking quest.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. Why do you think I just handed you over to the priest and peaced out?
I fucking love it.
In fairness, it could have been cleansed by the paladin with like 5 points of lay on hands, except everyone kept rolling ones.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Fuck.
Oh no.
No, we
I
could just.
never. Oh yeah. Oh no.
Yeah.
Never cared.
Oh wow. But go on.
If you'd have told me what
What's
you
the
would, you know,
what's the young lad hushing me to say?
He's just hushing your general shouting about the kids at the ruins.
Oh. Okay.
They're in hiding. They are being discreet for personal reasons that should not be disclosed.
But
Messy in here.
they never said they were hiding.
They are close friends of mine. We chat and have dinner from time to time, but, you know, some people are just mad at them, and, like, you know, when people are mad at you and you kind of hide behind, like, the couch, for instance.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's
that.
kind of like that. It's kind
Oh.
of like that.
Oh, I see. But why are they mad at him? Aren't they doing a good thing?
The king doesn't necessarily agree with what they are doing.
Or just do what they used to do back in my tribe and just challenge him to a duel.
Yeah,
They're
you can't
working
just.
on that. They'll get
Yeah.
there. Just wait until they fully, you know, they don't want to challenge them preemptively. They want to make sure it's on a good day. They have a good audience. You know how they'll get to it later. Just please don't talk about it, please.
Okay, but we still need to kill the monkey though.
Sure, if you want to do that, you go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Gorgor will stop talking about the people in the ruined city.
Yeah.
This priest originally wasn't on their side until you kind of just derailed the entire campaign in the first moments.
Yep.
I mean, he asked.
Yep.
He asked, and I was told not. I wasn't told to not say.
I just love the fact you were just like, we need to kill a monkey.
Yeah, no, he was pretty incoherent. You dodged the worst of it.
Yeah. No, it sounded really bad.
Well, the party has completed its first quest of curing Gorgor.
Level up.
Not quite yet.
Shit.
How did he get this curse?
We don't want to know.
Okay.
It could be. Apparently, it could be cured with the paladin's 5 hit points of lay on hands to get rid of a disease. So.
Oh, so it was that kind of curse then. Right, we were right.
Yeah.
Was there any doubt of that?
So... Oh god.
I mean, hell, it
Gorgor.
could have just been poison ivy.
I was gonna
On
say,
that part, what has he been doing?
I never said where it was. You all assumed. You all,
Private parts.
you all,
Yeah.
you all assumed where it was. I never said where.
No.
I never said what it was. Just
No.
cured. It was a condition or a disease, and it is no longer a condition or a disease.
That's why I love the ambiguity of it, because you guys all assume the worst.
I did not care. I just wanted to not deal with it.
Yup. Michael,
Holiday was-
you explore.
Yep.
How's that going?
I've done well. I've managed to, I managed to find the farmers market that he said around. See, there's some good, some good foods around. I'm
Fucking
guessing.
hell, Fluff.
Then go off to go and find a tavern.
All right. There's a few. There's some taverns that seem more targeted at tourists. There's some that seem more targeted at adventurers.
I am super sorry, but I'm gonna have to head out now.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah,
I
I'm
planned
gonna
on calling
close
it just
time.
about there. I wanted to get out
Yeah.
anything after Gorgor's adventure first, but
So,
otherwise,
otherwise, I was planning to just find a tavern, whether or not it's probably either go for an adventure one or one that seems to be like a quiet local one.
I think Michael go one where he can get a bite to eat.
Hey.
I mean, I think that's the wrong kind of
Yay.
building for his character, but
Not really. Plenty of things
Right.
to bite at.
right. We're generally gonna call it here. Anyone else want to put their characters anywhere or put anything in motion so that I know to have it available?
Well, no, the plan is now to meet up with Bitey Boy, because he said to meet him once I'd dealt with the curse, and the curse has been dealt with.
Yeah, I'll go with Danny for that as well.
I think I'd eventually find my way to the tavern
Okay.
to find the others. But yeah.
Yep, just making sure I know where people are, what they're doing, so that next session can be a nice smooth
that's
opener.
fine. Yeah, no, appreciate it. Is it next week or in 2 weeks?
I believe Rose can only do every other week, and I'd like
Yeah.
to maintain that scheduling.
Yeah, we can only do every 2 weeks.
I couldn't remember, that's why I was asking. But yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah, next week I'm on holiday.
That too.
Yay.
Any jollies?
I hope people had fun.
Sorted.
I also hope at least some of that is out of their systems now.
It's gonna
No,
be.
it's not.
Maybe not.
You're gonna hear Paladin Dave said about 80 million times before the end of this campaign.
Paladin.
Lieutenant
I'm pretty sure we
Dan.
did that before
Lieutenant
we even got to the
Dan.
next level.
Lieutenant Dan,
Yeah.
ice cream.
Ice cream.
I mean, also, if we come across a tavern and we talk to a chef, you better bloody want a kitchen.
No.
Not allowed. No, we're not involved in that shit.
No, see, all my taverns come pre-built with kitchens.
Thank God for
And chefs
Just
that use
from
them.
that one shot.
There are a couple that are
ended
hiring.
Screaming at the chef that he wanted a kitchen.
I will say there is a drinking game in this universe. I'm very sorry to say that.
Well,
That's
as long as
fine.
it's not done by a ghoul who keeps on repeating his drinking game where he can tell us what the quest is.
No, it's more just informationally. Obviously, you can, find people drinking and play games with them.
Right,
Cool.
anyway, I'm off.
Later.
Night.
Take
Yeah.
it easy, dude.
No, and bye
Yeah,
to everyone out there in the
Bye,
interweb.
Twitch.
Yes, goodbye to my people.